and then they did Forbidden West, and again they've done their thing. I mean, there's a reason why they released their financials. You saw them.
Well, no. So no. You can't. No. So,
wait, are we live?
Sony, yeah, we're live. You cannot say they done their. No, you did not. You continue to do your thing. It's perpetual. Well,
that's what they're doing, I think.
You perpetual. With Pirates of the Caribbean?
Grand opening.
With Pirates of the Caribbean. This is what we're doing here. We want to have our own Super Lucky's Tales. Is that what we're trying to do? Like listen. People did not become fans of PlayStation with what they shown in the showcase. That is not how you got to success. Not even close. If Sony would have done this in 2013, and this is the direction they're going, or this is the stuff they started, they will not be in the position today with the stuff they try to show. Pirates of the Caribbean and all this other shit is not what led to them being the dominant position they're in. They didn't follow. They're not following any sketch of their playbook. Like they completely.
Like I know. I told my podcasters what to expect, and a lot of them were like, you know what? I'm glad I listened to you, and I didn't listen. To these idiots.
It doesn't. Listen, no. Listen,
hold on.
It's not even about expectation, right?
Yeah, it was.
It's not. It's either you are able to show a showcase or don't do it at all. Even if I knew, let's say if I knew that, let's say if I had this exact list yesterday, right? And let's say if I didn't give a fuck about NDA, you will see me flip the fuck out yesterday. I will warn people this show's about to be dog shit.
But I did that.
Just because I know about it. Listen, just because you know dog shit is coming, it doesn't become better. You just got a fair warning before anybody else. But when you describe, so when you describe PlayStation Showcase, it is dog shit. You getting advance warning doesn't change it. It's still dog shit. And now the question is, we need to ask, why is it dog shit? It isn't the fanboys. The fanboys, no, it's not. The fanboys isn't. Sony, listen, the companies are responsible for their own projected image.
And there's going to be some sore cheeks when I'm done on Saturday. That's all I can say for the...
For what? So what? What are you going to do? Listen. What are you going to do? What are you going to do Saturday? The show's dog shit. You can't do nothing about it. The show's dog... What, are you going to provide first aid or some
roast
shit?
them.
The show is dog shit. Listen, it's done. It's in the books. The show's dog shit. That's it. Like, there's nobody that can resuscitate that. There's nothing you can do. Right? The only question we need to ask now is, why was the show dog shit? Like, why is Sony so far off? Why are they so off so off, how would you say, the radar from their fan base that's going to watch this show? Now, again, it's the fan base. It's not the 3-year-old that's going to be like, oh my God, I'm playing Little Pussy Boots in the seat. No. We're talking about the people that will actually tune in. That will put in the time, they know about, they tune in. The question we need to ask is, what made Sony be so far off the mark? That's the question.
Just a quick question. Did we already give impressions of the show? Because I just came in.
Oh, that's easy. The show's dog shit. Like, do we really need to do long math to know 1 + 1 = 2? This show is dog shit.
That's all, folks. See you next week.
This show is anyway. Let me get back to it. Hey, welcome. Hey,
go around the horn.
We'll go around the horn. Hey, welcome, my friends, my fellow gamers. Welcome to Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean podcast. We're your host, fucking dog shit rock 77. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're gonna talk about this. Hey, we're gonna talk about. Hey, you saw the poll. Vote. There's really only one answer. Like, let's not lie. Let's not embarrass ourselves. But we're going to go through. We're going to talk. We're going to get everybody's opinion. Apparently, Craig is ready to do some damage control. So we're going to...
Yes, I'm glad that
I didn't think anybody was going to be able to damage control this.
No, this is good.
I don't want to be busting cheeks, so that's all I can say.
This is good.
No, listen, you cannot... Listen, you're busting cheeks with a wet fucking Charmin napkin. Like, you ain't busting no cheeks And it's like the ultra soft Charmin. You don't even got the hard Charmin that scrapes your ass and hurts. No, you got the one when you try to clean your ass, it leaves leftover tissue. That's how soft it is. You ain't busting no cheeks with this shit. None.
Oh my god.
None. It's not possible. That's how dog shit
This is graphic.
Well, this is bad.
graphic.
This is bad. Listen, yo, hey, Extreme. This shit's so bad. You have a better chance of getting some nookie from Beyonce than to have somebody damage control this goddamn podcast, right? Like, this shit is bad. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest. I was asking and chat. See if you guys, see if anybody else. It felt like I was watching an Xbox showcase, like the first person. And then an indie, and then a third party. I'm like, yo, like, is it June 11th? Like, is it June 11th? Cause yo, this shit, like, I'm not recognizing this shit. Apart from a game or two here, I'm not recognizing this. Like, it's almost like, yo, I could swear I could pick an Xbox showcase, put them side by side, and almost have the same formula. Like, you see a generic first-person shooter game, and then some Lucky Tales bullshit.
There was a lot of CGI.
You see some shit, and I'm like, yo, this doesn't like this. This ain't the template of a PlayStation showcase. Like, this is off in some ways. I'm like, yo, this is like crazy and shit like that.
You know what that's called? I know the definition for that. It's complacency. Because there's no fucking competition. They don't gotta do shit.
Like, it was crazy. Shout out to Rami Reem. Greetings from India. Been up all night. So disappointed. This was Multiplat Live Service Showcase, not PS Showcase. They put a movie trailer. They literally, yo, that blew my mind. They showed the trailer to GT7, the movie. Holy shit. I'm like, yo. Yo.
He didn't expect
yo. Yo.
Oh my god,
yo.
dude.
Yo.
This was the funniest fucking gaming showcase ever, dude. I was
like,
I loved it.
A movie,
it was funny as hell.
A movie trailer.
I had a blast.
The fuck are we doing here? Like,
it
yo,
was funny as
like,
hell.
yo, this is like, yo, the road to Xbox. Like, what the fuck is we doing here in this showcase? Bro, yo, but hey, I'm gonna go around the horn. We'll start out with Craig. Craig, we're gonna start out. We're gonna talk about, before we get into individual games, we'll talk about just your overall general review of the PlayStation Showcase, what you liked about it, what you didn't like, and what was your overall method of, you know, whether you want to do a review or give it a score. It doesn't matter. What's your overall opinion?
I did a quick reaction, and I specifically told people that there's a massive summer showcase coming up. So they were going to show some things. I even put it on Twitter. You all can quote unquote check the receipts or something like that. I said there are going to be a group of people, namely fanboys, who are going to be disappointed in what they see. But if you just want to see a bunch of games with a surprise here and there, you'll probably enjoy the showcase. And that's exactly what I saw. I gave the show a solid B, not a B plus, not a B minus. I'm like, it was a B. And they delivered on, hey, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He said the Spider-Man game was photorealistic. That's correct. There's no doubt about that. That was one of the best looking games. You disagree? That's fine.
It looks great. It looks great, but not photorealistic.
And it's early. And what we saw was early. That's not going to be the final deal. But with that said, however, as far I'm not going to go into the individual games. The show, the pace of the show, what I thought the show was going to be, and thank goodness my audience. Hey, we hit 2,000 this week. If you listen to the people in the know,
salute to you. Salute to you.
Yeah, you're appreciated.
J-Dub, don't do it though. J-Dub, listen, J-Dub. Don't go down. Don't go down Craig Alley, bro.
No, I'm just saluting how many subs he got.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on the subs, but J-Dub, listen.
Oh, okay.
Let me J-Dub.
I'm just getting in here, and he said that they got a certain number of subs, so I was just congratulating. They ain't said nothing yet. I ain't said a word.
All right, because J-Dub, we seen the path Xbox took. Like, the road to ruin doesn't happen overnight. It starts with a stupid ass decision, and then it just keeps compounding. J-Dub, we need to put in some overtime. No. Right now, we're just doing general overview. No, nothing detailed, but general overview of the show. We're starting with Craig. what you like, what you didn't like, and what your overall opinion of the show was.
And I was finishing.
Okay.
Go ahead, Craig.
All right, so like I said, the people who listen, not to the fanboys, but to the people who actually had some information, you guys are, your cheeks are safe. But if you listen to these dog shit fanboys who gassed you up, you're gonna get a new cellmate Saturday morning, and his name is Chocolate Thunder. And Chocolate Thunder is in prison for double life. He ain't getting out. And you the best looking thing he done seen. So you better get your cheeks ready.
This is
Saturday.
extremely.
It is what it is.
I don't know what Craig. I don't know what Craig is talking about.
Very detailed.
Yo, it's like him saying. Is
this drawing from experience?
I don't know.
No,
because it's like here's the thing, right? It's like you have a bucket. It's like you have a bucket of piss and shit, but you're claiming you're gonna make a great meal. How? Like you got your ingredients. Your ingredients is piss and shit, and yet you claim you're gonna make a great meal. I don't understand how. Like that's not possible.
Can we go back to like simple analogies that are not you?
No, man, not for this. Listen,
like I said, I gave this
extreme times calls for extreme times call for extreme measures. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like when the houses are burning down. You gotta get the fire department. I literally just
woke up, and this is what I wake up to.
Listen,
like
Craig is offering. He is offering a 5-course meal, but the ingredients is shit and piss. I don't understand what he's gonna do Saturday. I'm interested to see what he's gonna do Saturday. I'm gonna tune in, and I swear to God, if you cap, you better give me the invite, because I'm gonna flip that goddamn podcast around, bro. Motherfucker said, "Hey, even though the ingredients is shit and piss, but I still got salt and pepper, so I'll figure it out." What? There's not enough goddamn salt and pepper in the world to fix this.
Well,
like you can't fix this.
More and talk less.
All right, so we're gonna go with Call Me Jay.
You gotta go around the horn.
Call Me Jay. You next.
The PlayStation and PC gaming showcase was pretty mid. That's some of our thoughts. That's it.
That's it. All right. Extreme.
Yo, can I give a bit of backstory? Because listen. I do not get hyped for showcases because it's not my job to gas myself up. It's the company's job to come and earn my excitement. So I went in this perfectly neutral, open to it. I think the show was a B. I think it was enough that I'm like, yeah, okay, there's games there that I'm interested in playing, but it wasn't exciting. I'm not gonna let me put it this way. If a person was like, Emmanuel, why should a person be getting a PlayStation 5? This is not the showcase I'm going to point them to. I will point them to...
You're going to hide it. You're like, I'm going to hide them, motherfucker.
Oh, this didn't happen. Like if you want to like... If you want to convince someone to get a PlayStation 5, you will use either of the 2020 or 2021 showcases, not this one.
And then just show me a video of Spider-Man separately.
Exactly. You will send them specific trailers. You will curate the experience because PlayStation did not sell the PlayStation 5 with this showcase to me, because I remember watching the 2021 showcase, I think, and I already had a PlayStation 5, and I was so excited afterwards, I considered buying another one just because. I was just like, I've got to do something with this excitement, and so it went. But in terms of like, am I disappointed in the showcase? Not really, because when they say that it was going to be 1 hour, and I was listening to some of some of the other people in the community talk about it, and they were listing every single PlayStation studio, and I was like, that can't even work with that showtime. Like, it just wouldn't. So this notion that we were going to get like what is it? The Last of Us Factions 2. Yeah. And then we were going to get Stellar Blade, and then we were going to get Ghost of Tsushima 2, and then we were going to get pretty much this entire.
We fall for it every show. We fall for it every show.
Exactly.
The goddamn nerve to put wish list now on fucking Cat Quest. You know how much balls you have to actually... Yo, I never even seen wish list now for a Metal Gear game ever in the history of the PlayStation brand. None of the Metal Gears ever got put it on your wish list. Not one Metal Gear game. I just noticed that. The fucking nerve You had to put. They literally put, "Hey guys, put this on your wish list now." I just noticed that.
It was originally a Steam trailer,
bro. That's this shit is a nerve, bro. The cojones these dudes have. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Extreme.
No. So that was basically it, man. Like I went into this as a person that felt secure in my investment in the PlayStation 5 ecosystem, and I think that they did enough there to make me feel like, yeah, okay, I have games to play. I have something there, but it's not. I don't know. I think people wanted this fundamentally to be something different than I think PlayStation intended it to be. I think people wanted to like eviscerate the field, you know, with all of these like PlayStation first party things. And I never believed that. And listen, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. If you were hyped for this showcase, if you were mega hype, it's kind of your fault. Because you said the expectations should be completely wildly different from what they ever said they were going to do. And you set yourself up for failure. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean that the show was good.
To be fair.
Look at the screen. No, wait. Before we move on, look at the screen.
I see it.
I don't have to set any expectation, and this shit is dog shit. Look at this shit. What the fuck is this? What is this? Then that's what Nintendo is for.
No.
This is Nintendo. This is Nintendo. What's next? A cardboard box?
It's from Square Enix, man.
Sony's gonna come up with styrofoam gaming? Like, what is this?
It's phone parties.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if we're trying to say that the reason why there's a negative reaction is because people set the expectation too high, you don't have to set any expectation. Look at this shit.
Okay. But the thing is, people. It is trash, but people also did set the expectations way too, not even high, but just completely off the mark.
I could be completely wrong, but didn't Sony say you're gonna see stuff from our first party studios?
Look at this!
But we did see stuff from the first party.
Look at this! How many things? This is our super lucky style.
We saw Haven's game.
That's the thing. I don't even have a problem with them showing
it. It was CGI. That's not the game.
I don't even have a problem. I don't even have a problem with them showing Cat Quest and the other game. I don't even have a problem with that, right? Because they're trying to capture multiple markets. The problem
what market is this? What market is this?
That's for the people.
To be fair, that game is popular. That game is popular.
Exactly.
I never seen this shit in the charts.
Yes.
Listen, it's popular. Stop the cap. Not once have I seen in any podcast or any conversation. Hey, yo, let's round up on some Cat Quest, dog.
No, you're right.
Not one goddamn person. Not one goddamn person.
But that still is beside the point.
Listen,
that first game was popular.
I can't believe the cap.
I think you're arguing something that nobody's arguing. That's if a game is for you, if you think it's dog shit, that's fine. I'm just saying that's not even the argument. I don't even have a problem with them showing that shit. It's not for me. I don't have a problem with them showing that. The problem that I have.
Showcase. This is like watching Beyonce, and instead of her, we got the two girls that we haven't seen in a decade.
We do this same song and dance every single show, every single
No, we don't, because we haven't had a showcase in 2 years.
No. Every single showcase and every single what's the other state of play? We have this same thing every single time. People that don't like the indie games, they can come out with an indie state of play and people are gonna call it dog shit, even though they said it's an indie state of play. So that's why I said I don't even have a problem with that, because I know going into any show from here on out, they're always going to show the indies. That's just part of the thing. They
always did, right?
They always did. They always show VR shit that most people don't care about. That's just part of shows now. For you to go in and watch a show, I guarantee you, Jeff Keighley's show is going to have indies that you're not going to be into. Xbox show is going to have indies and the next state of play that they show is going to have indies that you don't care about. We've been doing this shit for like 5-6 years now. We know that they're going to show indies at this thing. That's why I don't understand. What's the Like they didn't come out of the blue and say that.
I could maybe understand. Let's say like 2016, right? They showed indies there too, but they showed such big AAAs that just gave us like, holy shit, this is happening. We didn't get that here. So we didn't get the like.
I feel like that's unfair, because the thing is,
shit.
they did show big AAA.
What?
They showed Final
They showed
Fantasy.
Metal Gear. They showed
Listen, we already knew Metal Gear was pretty much coming, right?
We showed
And it's
Assassin's Creed.
multi-plat.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know that.
It's
Look at this.
Because you keep up with it.
Look at
The
this.
showcase is gonna get eyes that are not gonna be
But that's what I'm
on
saying.
the other show.
So I'm just saying,
your expectations.
show after show. That's why I don't understand. Like, at what point do we get past to the point where we're gonna argue about indies? We know they're gonna show indies at every fucking show. So at this point, like, it's a mute point of arguing about it.
No, it's we're gonna keep arguing, right? If you don't deliver
Because you don't-
the big goldie,
because
you
you
gotta
don't want
balance it out. At least balance it out.
Put a rock.
At least balance it out.
It was balanced.
So
It was balanced.
There was not balance.
That's what
I didn't feel like there was an overabundance of indies. I just felt like the AAA
Extreme.
games that they showed,
Majority
people
of
kind
the
of
games
knew they were
shown
coming.
We didn't like Cat Quest in
with
the Bubble Guppy game. I get it.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm
we don't-
saying for right now we should know this by now. We've been doing this every fucking show that they show us. We come out here and say, "Oh, I don't want to see the indies. I don't want to see the indies."
Listen,
But you know you're gonna get indies. That's what I'm saying. What are we doing here?
let me. I'm gonna read you because I wrote down every game. This is everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole show.
Yes.
Fair Game, Helldivers 2, Immortals
Yes.
of Avium, Ghost Runner 2, Phantom Blade, Sword of the Sea, Talos Principle 2, Never, Cat Quest, Foam Star, the Plucky Squire, Teardown, MGS Snake Eater, right? Towers of Agabasba, Final Fantasy 16, which we already seen to death at this point, Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Revenant Hill, which is another indie game.
You just named a bunch of AAA games. You just named a bunch of AAA games.
Yeah, but like, do I need to see a showcase for Alan Wake 2 and Assassin's Creed?
You just named 4 indies, and the rest of those were big fucking AAA games.
No, listen, most of these games, I don't need a showcase. I need a showcase for Ghost Runner 2.
Sony.
Let me ask you something. Fair game. Let me tell. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna go game by game. Game by game. Fair game.
Wait. I didn't finish my turn. I didn't finish my turn yet
right,
on the
go
introduction.
ahead.
All right. Okay. I gave the show a 7 out of 10. It was at a 6 out of 10. But I gave it an extra point only because I did not think that they were going to show some fucking hardware. I did not think they were going to show some hardware. The highlight of the show, the highlight of the show is Metal Gear, of course, Spider-Man 2, Helldivers 2, and 1 or 2 other games that I have written down that I'm interested in. Those are day one buys. Some VR stuff I'm into, but again, I kind of put the VR stuff in the category as the indies. Depending on, I was expecting, again, my expectation is extremely high for PlayStation. I don't lower them shits for nothing, right? I went in there, why am I twisting metal? I'm finna get Twisted Metal. I'm finna get Factions 2. I'm finna get Sony Santa Monica's next big game that they're working on. I'm finna get, all this other stuff. I'm already full speed ahead out there, listening to the hype, all the insiders. I'm like, yes. And yes, they delivered on a few of those, but I'm still left with like 90% of your first party stuff. What the fuck are they doing? At this point in time, this is supposed to be the show that you show that, and you didn't. Like, I get it, the third party stuff. I get that stuff. Yes, they were Metal Gear. Yes, you showed us that. It was on your stage. You showed us that. Okay, cool. Yes, Assassin's Creed. You showed us that on your stage. Yeah, that was cool. Yes, all the other stuff you showed us. But I'm like, where the fuck is all of the other studios that we know? What the fuck is going on with that? And they didn't show that. And that just was like, somebody fucking lied. I don't know if I lied to myself in hopes, because we always go back to the show in 2016 as being the pinnacle show. We thought, okay, they talking big shit. Here they come. They finna show it. And then when nobody showed up to the show, I mean, even the guys at Project Awakening, right? The one with the dude who was fighting the dragon, the knight was fighting the dragon. They even tweeted with emoji eyes and shit like that about the show, like they was finna pop off and show some shit. and they didn't show up, and I'm like, bro, this was like 2 state of plays stuck together, and that was that big disappointment. That was that big disappointment I had.
Actually, that's
but,
probably the best analogy
you know.
for it. Like it just felt like
that's
an
really
extended
it was
state of
just.
play.
That's what I'm saying. It was 2 state of plays put together. And I'm gonna be honest, yes, we got the Spider-Man and that shit look extra crispy and yes, that shit look godly. And I'm day one, the shit is gonna fucking be a goatee. I get that. And I'm gonna be honest, that was worth 5 points of the show to me right there, right? And then the Metal Gear, they finally fucking got the Metal Gear and that shit looked, for what they showed the shit look. I'm like, okay, good, okay, you good. That's an extra point there. And then I gave it 1 extra point for them actually fucking doing what I had been telling people that they would never do. And that shows some fucking more hardware. They already had the VR. They got the PlayStation. They came out with a fucking handheld. And I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers, like, they acting like they got a lot of fucking money because everybody else acting like they fucking ain't got no money, right? Like Xbox, they not giving VR. They not giving handheld. They not giving shit, right? They're not even giving you games at this point. But Sony is actually out here investing in shit that you think that they would be doing because of the type of money and the capitalization that it causes, that it requires to do that. And so I gave them extra point. There's my 7 out of 10. Some of this shit isn't for me, like the Cat Quest and the Bubble Guppy and the Splatoon type, shit, and then the Minecraft type shit is not for me. But I didn't deduct it because they did that because that's not for me. But clearly that's for somebody else. I just figure out what can I take from this show that's for me. And from that point, that's how I deliver my 7 out of 10. Disappointed? Hell yeah, I'm disappointed because my expectations were extremely high and they will forever be extremely high. The next day to play, my shit is going to be, I'm going to be expecting Twisted Metal. I'm going to be expecting fucking factions. But that's just me. That's what I do. I don't want to lower my standards to fucking Xbox level or even Nintendo level to some degree. And that's how I came with that. That's how I came with my rating for that.
I honestly think that's fair. And I think that when you really listen to people now, people had a different expectation, which is fine, for what this was going to be. Seemingly not to understand that Jeff Keighley has a major showcase. Now go back, we know Sony has marketing for Mortal Kombat, okay? Which we know they have marketing for Street Fighter. All right, so this going into this showcase. So I think it's fair to set expectations. But what if Sony shows some other stuff? Because aren't they supposed to be?
No, Craig, we're not doing that.
This guy's doing a Phil Spencer. He's more excited for the shit they haven't seen.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
He's more excited for the shit they haven't shown.
No.
That's what we're gonna hear now.
Nah, PlayStation guys.
We're more excited about the stuff we don't know about.
Nah, we're not kicking the can down the road to the next show. That's not what we do. Okay.
Can we not, yo? Let's pretend this was an Xbox showcase. Will we honestly be saying the same shit we're saying right now? Hell the fuck no.
No, I'm gonna be honest. If this was an Xbox
show,
show, and they would have showed fucking Spider-Man or Metal Gear, this would have been a 10 out of 10. So come on,
yeah, actually, he's right.
No,
he's right.
Bro, listen. Again, let me go down the list. I'm gonna tell you the entire list. Let me finish the entire list because I think you guys don't want me to read the entire list. I'm gonna read the entire list, and you tell me this is PlayStation. Again, fair game. Helldivers 2, Immortals of Amium, Ghost Runner,
I think it's fair game.
Phantom Blade, Sword of the Sea, Talos Principle 2, Nova, Cat Quest, Phone Star, the Plucky Squire, Teardown, MGS Snake Eater, Towers of Agos. Now notice, notice that's game number 13, and you finally said yes. Listen, that's how
said yes in the beginning.
That
we
you
said
finally
yes in the beginning.
Right?
We were saying yes in the beginning.
Right?
You said 4 or 5 games that we shut up about, and then we continued on with our yes with the rest that you finna say.
All right, so you know what? You know what? I'm gonna call y'all out. I'm gonna go game by game. I want to ask, showcase worthy or yes or no?
Okay.
Yes being showcase worthy or no, not showcase worthy?
Okay.
First game, fair game. Showcase worthy or not?
Yes, maybe. If the
Commit. Yes or no?
Okay, fine.
Fair game and showcase worthy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Show game.
No, because they didn't show enough of it.
Yes.
It was CGI. They didn't show anything. Nothing.
Hell, yeah, exactly. So you already know J-Dub is capping. They didn't even show a game.
Keep going.
But Helldivers
Keep going.
2 showcase.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, yes,
absolutely,
I agree.
yes.
Yes.
Immortals of Avium.
No, not my
Yes.
type of game.
No.
That it looks
Some
like
of y'all probably don't even remember. Some of y'all don't even remember. Right now, some of y'all like, I don't even know what that game is.
It looks like
Do you know what
it
it
looks
was?
like Tokyo Ghost
Let-
War.
It is the
It looks like
first
Tokyo Ghost War. Yeah. Yeah,
the first
yeah.
one.
I'm trying to remember what the game is. All right, Ghost Runner 2.
Okay.
Showcase worthy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Ghost Runner 2 was the first one. It was good.
Phantom Blade.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that was really good.
Yes, that game.
Hell
that
yeah.
game
Really
looked great.
good.
Hell yeah.
Sword of the Sea.
No,
That
not
looked
my
nice.
not my type of game.
That was like
Not
a
my
play.
type of
That's
game.
it.
I like Journey, so maybe.
Talos Principle 2.
No,
I like
don't care.
I
I
like
don't
the
know what
first
the
one, but
principle
I
is.
don't want to see that here. Yes, I don't want to see that here on the show.
Never.
No, never.
No, not my type.
Yeah.
Cat Quest.
Never.
Hell yeah, meow.
Enjoy the PlayStation 4 version, but no, I don't want to see that on my PS5.
So
Meow,
Foam,
meow.
Foam Star.
Never.
Golden Star, no. 3 and 6.
Plucky
No.
Squire.
Never.
No.
No. No. 3 and
Tear
7.
Down.
Never. God, that
I
was
don't.
awful.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
remember.
That's
That.
a Minecraft thing.
I do not acknowledge that child.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
he's like, that child is Caucasian. He's from the
Exactly.
mountain of the Caucasus. All right? He was born with an 800 credit score. That is not my child. That is changed up right now. This was easy.
The
MGS Snake Eater.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Fuck
Okay,
yeah.
all right. That's how. So we got like 3 yeses so far.
That was the showstopper.
All right,
That's
top,
four.
top
And-
4.
Wait a minute.
This is
Wait a
not
minute.
fair.
We got four. We got 1, 2, 3. Listen, we got 4 yeses out of 14.
Okay.
4 yeses out of 14 now. So
I
far.
feel like that's.
No, I'm sorry, out of 13. Out of 13.
I feel like.
Listen, out of 13. So now, out of 13. Listen, the yes or no,
You
hey.
took away 2 yeses at least.
Hey, capture it now. Towers Akabasha. You don't even know what that is, do you? We don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah. 15. Now this one. Now listen to this question. Final Fantasy 16. Now, mind you,
Yes.
we already saw this trailer.
Don't matter.
Yeah, but
It don't
you
matter.
already
I don't
saw the
matter.
trailer. There are people that haven't seen it.
It was already on PlayStation YouTube.
Seen it.
I don't
There are
want
people-
it.
It's a
Porter.
yes.
I
There
want
are
it.
people that
I
haven't
want
seen
it.
it.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Give it to
we've
me.
already seen it. We've already seen it.
Pause. We want it. Pause.
But we already have it.
Just
It don't,
give
it don't
it
matter.
a, give it a
It
tick.
don't matter.
That's like
We
being
want it.
charged twice
You
for
can't-
the
it
meal you
don't
already
matter.
ate.
It don't matter. You can't take it from us.
You already had it. So you're gonna pay twice for the same meal? Yo, that's how dog shit this show is.
It's a goldie. It's a
no,
goldie.
but you already have the trailer. It was out weeks
Don't matter.
ago.
It don't.
That's
it
how
don't
dog
matter,
shit
man.
this.
You
Yo, that's how.
don't
Yo,
matter.
chat.
Put a yes on it and
Chat.
move on.
That's how dog shit this
Nah,
show is.
It's a W.
That they are capping for something they already have.
Porter, the chat is telling you it's a W.
It's a
son.
W.
Did you
Move
by
on.
yourself.
Move on.
You by
Just
yourself.
move
Alan, wait.
You the only man. You the lonely man up.
No, listen. If you guys are dumb enough to rebuy something you already own, that's on y'all. That's on
Not
y'all.
like this.
That's
Not
on
like
y'all.
this.
That ain't on me.
It's a yes.
That's on me.
Even showcase words
You
in
asked a
Final
simple
Fantasy.
question.
Alan,
You
wait.
asked a
always-
simple. Yes. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But can we not be fanboys? Can we not be like, yo, Sony?
This
you
is-
listen.
listen.
Yo, it's
Can
not
we be honest
It's a
though?
game of the year.
Listen,
contest.
no, I got.
You say
Listen,
yes or no,
listen, I
you
got.
say yes,
Listen, I
let's
know.
move
I
on.
listen. I know it's a great game, but can you not say, Sony? You already showed us this. Like you didn't even show us. You didn't even show us. You didn't even show us a different trailer. It's literally something that was
At
already
least this game
there.
is worth it.
Like yo, that's some fanboy cat, bro. That's
it's
crazy,
hard.
bro.
It's
Yo, so they might as well just showed fucking Demon Souls and put that shit up there again. Like yo, that shit is crazy.
One of the games
Just
that
put Burning
you-
Shores on the fucking thing while we at it.
You've been
They
talking
did
about
do that with
Lost
Gran Turismo
Soul
7,
Side
so-
for the last 10 years. That's your game that you've been interested in. And we've seen that game 50,000 fucking times. But if they show it on the showcase, you're going to be interested in it, and you're going to give it a W.
No. Not if they show. No, not if they show the trailer I already seen 2 years ago.
So, okay, so we're
what
going to
the
say,
fuck is this?
Okay, so we're going to say
P-Rock,
we're going to say no to the Goatee just because of Puerto Rock.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
J-Dub, you're gonna say no.
Move on.
J-Dub, you're gonna say no. J-Dub,
Why did you say this was a yes?
It's the game.
All right, J-Dub. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. That Ferrari you got in the car, in your garage, right?
Yes.
If the dealer came back and be like, hey, I need you to pay $200,000 again, so would you give him the $200,000?
Yeah, but he's
you already
got
have.
the product.
For you already have.
Final Fantasy.
You got to use a different analogy.
No, I'm not going to use because the thing is that trailer is already available on the same channel in its entirety.
He doesn't have the car yet in your analogy.
Okay,
this would be like
you literally showed the same trailer. You literally showed the same trailer that is already available as a trailer. I don't understand how this is crazy. This is crazy. How is that a different analogy? You already have access. No, we're not talking about the game. We're talking about seeing the trailer.
We're talking about
the trailer
in the garage.
because I'm giving you an example of something you already have access to, and you're getting it again. Listen, it's not hard. The concept is not hard. You already have access, and Sony showed it to you again when you already have access to the very same information. But then they just said like, hey, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
That analogy doesn't make the chat is agreeing with us.
That shit is crazy. This shit is
This shit
is wild, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
Continue on with your
Yo, the cap. Listen, at this point, I'm gonna be real. Listen, after this, I ain't making. Listen, I am not making. Listen,
one at a time.
I am not making. Listen, after this, I'm not making fun of Xbox fanboys. Cause this shit is crazy. Sony literally gave you something that they already gave you. The same. I can understand if it was a new trailer, just showing a new aspect of it, but it's literally the same thing that was already on the channel.
Showed 5 minutes of the same thing. They literally showed like 30 seconds and then we moved on.
No, Puerto Rock. Okay, answer this question. What are me, Craig, and the panel saying yes and no to, right? What are we saying yes and no to?
Should this be on the showcase?
Listen, it's a no. It's under our assumption when we started this whole topic, right? Was these games good or not?
No, I did not say that. I did not say that. How can we say if the games are good or not without playing it? That's not what I said. That is not the question.
Is this showcase worthy?
I said this is showcase worthy or not.
And yes, Final Fantasy 16 is
that trailer is not showcase worthy. That trailer is not showcase worthy at all. We already seen it.
Hold on.
Not the trailer.
Let me clarify that we're saying it's worthy. It's
I understand the confusion here.
Of course.
I understand the confusion here, right? So the question that Puerto Rock is asking, you guys are answering it with that plain context, which is not wrong, but with the way that Puerto Rock is thinking about that question is with the fact that we've already seen multiple trailers of Final Fantasy beforehand from PlayStation. So it's like that, there's no confusion.
There's no confusion. If you get a survey, and it says is Final Fantasy showcase worthy, yes or no?
Yes,
there's no. The person asking the question can come back and be like, no, you've already seen trailers. You saw a trailer last week. We just said yes or no. We said yes. Let's move on. It doesn't matter if you agree or not. If he would have change what the question meant or the context.
No. If he would have rephrased the question,
this
right?
This is some fanboy shit.
If he would have rephrased the question,
this is like Xbox.
We're asking like,
this is like I'm gonna rename this to the We Bleed Blue podcast.
Oh,
I'm just gonna rename this shit to.
I would say, like, I hear that Final Fantasy definitely, is a game. It's an exclusive game that definitely they want to market, but it was not meant for this showcase. That and Street Fighter 6, there was no time for that. This should have been a Sony first-party showcase. They showed too much third-party, too much CGI.
We agree on that. We already agreed on all of that. We already agreed on all of that, right? That wasn't the thing in question, right?
Yeah,
he was reading the list, right? He was reading the list.
Yeah.
And
but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
These are the games
because you guys aren't being honest. Y'all in bad faith.
No.
Y'all in bad faith.
You're making bad faith questions.
Yeah, bad
We
faith.
asked the question, you answered it, and then you want to stop and make us change our answer.
Listen, if y'all want to cap for the blueberry, y'all do so.
Okay.
But things will not get better with this shit. You can't get better with this.
Here's the whole point. The whole point is
crazy.
Under that question, yes, the game is of the caliber of being on a showcase.
Okay, let's move on. There's nothing else to explain.
Hold on. Pump the brakes, right? Was it needed on this particular showcase? No,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He said, "Is it showcase worthy?" That's it. Let's move on. Why are we still here?
Extreme. Nah, fuck that. If I want to be here for the next hour, I'm gonna be on this motherfucker. Like, yo, we cannot do this shit. I will not allow this bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck that. That shit is not happening. I'm not gonna let this shit. This shit move out. Fuck that. I will make a video every goddamn week and rip Sony apart if I have to. You think I'm gonna allow this bullshit? Like, you literally, you have a whole new showcase and you're showing old shit? Get the fuck! You out your goddamn mind!
It remind me of
a new showcase showing old shit. Get the fuck out! You out your goddamn mind! Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does matter. Listen.
Too much.
You didn't ask that question.
Get out of here.
You're arguing something that nobody's saying.
Yo, the cat,
you both are correct.
Hey, next game. Next game.
To be Switzerland.
The
Okay, pick a
cat,
side.
bro.
Everybody go around. Say
cat.
yes or no for Final Fantasy 16. That's it. Just a yes or a no. Call me Jay. You go first.
What are we
Is it
saying? Yes
showcase
or no?
worthy?
Is it showcase worthy? Yes or no? That's it. I don't want any explanation. Don't preempt it. It's a yes or a no.
I'm
You're being biased, Extreme. You're being biased.
No one's talking about the game. Listen, no, see, this is
Okay,
yo, J-Dub, you've been hanging out. Yo, J-Dub, you're hanging out with Xbox guys that you're adapting their tactic. Like, you're deflecting. You are deflecting the point. Then we're talking about the trailers. The trailers that we see. The trailers that we see. Is that trailer showcase worthy, right? Now keep in mind, it's a trailer we already seen. So how can it be showcase worthy?
No. You can't do that. You can't just like.
What do you mean? Oh, listen. Okay, I want to apologize. Listen, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for living in reality. My bad. I didn't realize we have to pretend that we can't actually critique shit. I'm sorry. Let me put on my fanboy cap and pretend nothing happened. Let me pretend that trailer was the first time I seen that shit. Listen. How can we what? Yes.
Why are you changing your question?
Okay, I'm not changing my question. I'm not. It's not worthy. Listen, no, I did not change my question. No. Listen, let me tell you specifically. Let me show you. In fact, I will give you specifically why it's not worthy. I'll give you specific. It's not worthy because it's not new. We already seen it. So why is it even on the showcase? We already seen it.
That's all in your
question. How is something we see
Final Fantasy 16 worthy, considering that it's not new and we already had the state of play on it?
What are you talking about? Why am I changing the question?
Listen, we've been podcasting for a decade together, right? And we've generally seen eye to eye, even when we disagree on stuff. But I'm saying, if we rewind this tape right now, back to when we originally started talking about this, what we were talking about is a whole different subject based on what you're saying now. That's why the whole panel is caught off guard.
No,
based on where you're coming from.
No, all I said was these listen. Well, okay, let me ask you something. When we watch trailers, right? That's what we watch. We didn't actually play games. Okay, cool. So we're talking about the trailers. So when I say when these things are showcase worthy, what exactly am I talking about? Am I talking about the game, or am I talking about
Do
the
they
trailers?
deserve- do they deserve-
No,
do they-
am
do
I
they
talking
deserve-
about the games, or am I talking about the trailers we watched?
The trailer.
There you go. That's it.
Okay,
We didn't
and we're
play no
saying-
games.
Yes,
There's no
sure.
games.
That's it.
Okay,
Why you mad?
Worthy is like, yes,
there's
it should.
still a dispute here,
Listen. So you guys are saying yes, this trailer is worthy, despite the fact we already seen this trailer.
No.
Now listen,
There's
listen
no
to what Sony did. I want y'all to think what Sony did. Sony took a trailer that they already showed to gamers and decided to show it again
God.
at a showcase.
Okay, sure. Yes.
All right, you
Can
win.
we move on now?
You win.
That's
Okay.
it.
You win.
That's it.
Okay,
Now,
you
if you
win.
listen,
You know what, P1?
if you're
P1
cool
is not
with that,
worthy.
just
You're
say you're
right.
cool with
You've
Sony.
changed- You've changed my mind.
If that,
You've
listen,
changed my mind.
if
You
that,
win it all.
you
We
think
were
about
all on the
it. Let me
same
put it.
page with
Let me
the list.
listen,
And some kind of way it
J-Dub.
ended up here.
Listen. If you want Sony to get away with that, then don't be mad when they keep doing it.
No. Why are you making this a commentary on what we want?
yes.
You literally
I'm just
answered
saying,
the
you said it was
question.
worthy.
Why are you
It has
taking
nothing-
this and
Hey,
explaining
all I'm saying is,
none of us and what we want
I'm
Sony
just
to do.
saying-
Exactly.
We are.
You
we were
said it
all
was
in
worthy.
agreement.
Listen,
You
I see.
were in the
Listen,
list.
I see
You
the
were in the
signs.
list. We said
listen,
yes
this-
and no, and then when you didn't hear it,
Exactly.
when
You
Yo,
literally
because
said
I
you
didn't think
changed-
y'all would
you
cap.
changed the conversation.
I would think that people do. I didn't change the conversation. I'm just listen. I'm just surprised the level of cap.
You are capping because
Yo, now I know how Z feels like right now,
And then
bro.
you took
Oh,
that and you tried to
shit.
make it something else.
Diabetic
None of us
gamer,
said
bro.
we wanted to see Final Fantasy.
This shit is diabetic
We
gaming
just said
right
Final
here.
Fantasy 16
No, this
is a
is
showcase
crazy.
worthy game.
This
Hold on,
shit.
Extreme. Hold on.
Some kind of way-
The chat is saying they can't understand shit, so let's talk one at a time, please.
Some kind of way, 5 people on the panel ended up hearing something different than Porter Rock did. Some kind of way, some kind of how it changed from us voting on whether we thought a fucking game should,
No,
it
listen.
was very simple.
No,
it was
listen.
very simple.
No,
and then
J-Dub.
it got changed
J-Dub, you
around
can
some
still,
kind of way. I don't know.
no, J-Dub. And nothing changed around. I'm just
Go
making
ahead.
fun of you guys for it. I'm just
You
making fun of your
can.
vote. That's
We
all
don't
I'm
understand
I'm
why.
just surprised. Like, holy shit.
We
These
don't
guys are
understand
bugging.
why.
That's all I'm doing.
Well, listen, Porter Rock, here's the thing. You are framing it in a way where we're saying, or we're giving Sony a pass for something. We're literally talking about games that we liked or not, as far as in the trailer, right? That's how this whole thing started. In some kind of way,
No.
everybody on the panel-
All I said was
everybody on the panel
no.
ended up on
I
one
didn't
page,
say.
and
I
you
didn't
ended
say.
up on something different.
I didn't
So
use
why
the
you-
word.
why
I didn't
you're
use
not-
the. No,
you're
no.
not listening to
See,
any of us.
No,
about
J-Dub.
what we heard.
Did I say anything about you liking a game or not? That's irrelevant. I didn't say that.
Uh,
All I said
on.
is trailers
All right.
that are showcase worthy. You can like a game and say, but that, like for example, you gave the cat game. You even said it. Oh, I like the cat game on PS4, but yeah, it don't belong there.
But I don't want to. That's
Ex-
what we want.
show- exactly.
In some kind of way,
Showcase
in some kind of
worthy.
way,
Showcase
some kind of
worthy.
way,
Showcase
it became.
No,
Porter Rock,
you're
it's
being
some kind of way.
disingenuous.
Listen.
You're being disingenuous.
No, I think y'all just have. I think y'all just y'all just feeling bad for
disingenuous.
Sony.
Because we were answering a simple
right. We
yes or no
just
question,
got into
and then
something.
you decided to add in all this extra context and all
Yeah.
of this extra load to the
Exactly.
question.
That's what I'm
Until you
saying.
try to make us look unreasonable because you're saying, oh, if we like this, then that's the message we're sending.
Listen,
And
if
none of
something
us
is
were
dog
talking
shit,
about whether
if
we're
something is
satisfied
dog
or
shit,
happy with it.
We're gonna say it's fucking dog shit. I mean,
Exactly.
clearly,
Nah,
we
I
had
think
cream of the crop,
I think
we
y'all
had
more
bottom
lax
of
for
the barrel.
PlayStation.
It is what it is.
Y'all really
Yeah,
like
I would say
Y'all light
I
as
would
fuck
say-
on
I'd say
PlayStation.
here that the trailer, the game is showcase worthy. However, given the time that they took up for something that we've already seen, I think that is where the frustration comes
No,
in.
but
where-
Jess, that wasn't the question. The question was the right amount of time.
We would
opinion
all
on
agree
it.
No,
with
it's not
that.
that.
We would
Your
all agree
opinion
with
is fine,
that.
and we
I
agree
think
on
that's
that.
the frustration.
We agree on that, but that wasn't the question we were answering.
With that. But
You're
that
right.
wasn't
Oh,
what we
yeah.
were talking about.
You're
Listen,
asking if it's
exactly.
showcase-
That's
and
why-
I'm
that's
saying
why
it's
Listen,
a
here's the
showcase
reality.
worthy. It is a showcase worthy trailer. Like it's Final Fantasy. It's a big get. It's something that's
There you go.
exclusive.
It's
No,
a
there
that's
you
what
go.
something that should
No,
be
that's
there.
what we were-
in the
that's
realm
what
of
we were
everything.
That's where we.
It didn't hit the way it should have. Like it took up a lot of time. And I'll say Street Fighter 6 before you get to it.
say-
That's
Listen,
another
we
one.
didn't say
we'll go back
that
and
it
we'll
was the
watch the
best
show
trailer.
after the show, and we'll.
I'm
figure
not
out.
watching that shit again. You crazy?
You don't have to. No, you don't.
Oh,
have
you
to.
want your goddamn
I'm saying-
mind?
You
Oh,
know that
shit.
saying.
Hey, listen, I'm about to delete that shit from my history file. YouTube's not even gonna know I saw that shit. All right, next game, Alan Wake 2. Showcase worthy?
Yes.
Yes.
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
that was good.
I'm kind of unsure if I need to answer or not.
Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I think so.
Revenant
Go
Hill.
back to its roots.
Jay don't
Revenant,
be scared.
Revenant
He
Hill.
doesn't want to be called a body anymore.
Revenant Hill.
I don't know.
So most of us don't remember what that game is.
Can't remember that.
Like I have to
Wait,
pull
which
up the
one was
trailer.
it? Which one was it?
No.
Revenant Hill.
Yeah, if it's
Oh,
a
no,
new
that was
IP.
garbage. That
People
was
don't even
bad.
know what it is. Grand Blue,
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Grand
garbage.
Blue, Grand Blue Fantasy Remake.
Yes.
I'm not a fighter. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
So
I'm
no.
gonna wait-
No,
we're gonna
that,
wait
like,
for that
Street
game.
Fighter
was-
We're
6.
gonna wait for that game.
No,
Yes.
that
Another
should have
one.
been there.
Sure.
That's another
Ultros.
game. We've been playing that for the last month and a half.
Oh, I know.
No, you
The
haven't been
fucking
playing it.
beta came out.
You've been seeing it.
Yeah, beta.
Oh, they're showcase worthy, guys. Even though we literally
Yes,
played the beta.
it is
No,
showcase
no,
worthy
Street
because
Fighter.
guess what? There's some people that haven't seen it.
It's a multi-player.
You saw it.
The goddamn beta is out.
You saw it
Yeah,
though.
betas, demos, zetas, datas. Get the hell out of
Like you
played
can
enough of that
literally
game.
play the game.
Yes.
like,
it should
literally.
be
It's
there.
showcase worthy.
And it's a multiplayer.
It's showcase worthy. Move on. Move on.
Ultros.
No.
Tower of Fantasy.
No.
Dragon's
Mobile
Dog-
game. Let's go.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was good.
Five Nights at Freddy. Help Wanted 2.
No.
Oh, the VR.
Yes,
That
yes.
was bad. That was
RE4
bad.
in VR 2.
Yes.
You knew about it.
And then they
No,
said in
yeah.
production still. That's what's even funny.
Oh shit.
That's what it said.
It's not showcase worthy. We already knew about it.
Arizona
Yeah.
Sunshine 2.
No.
No gameplay.
Crossfire
This is-
Sierra
this is
Sound.
visual gameplay,
Crossfire
No,
Sierra Squad.
Anything from
Yes,
anything from Smilegate
yes.
belongs under
Yes.
Dolphins.
Yeah, very much showcase worthy.
Crossfire
It's
Sierra
good.
Squad.
Yeah, it's not made. It's a different. It's a different.
Smilegate
Yeah.
goes with ET.
Hold on. If you've never played VR, then you're gonna say no. But if you've played VR, you know what
Yeah,
it's
then
about.
you already
it
know
looks
what to
cool.
expect. Yeah, hell
It
yeah.
looks cool.
But from
Yeah, I think that
Smilegate,
was a
I'll go
yes.
with the other one, not the Fire Team.
Well, it's
Ultra.
no. Yeah. It's not.
Smilegate,
The, it's not
yeah.
It's not the same people that made the fucking dog shit Xbox game.
Yes, it is. It's Smilegate.
It's
the same
Smilegate.
people.
It's the same group.
wait. If you listen,
It doesn't matter. The trailer looked good. It was showcase worthy.
It's
That's
Team
what
B.
They-
Is
they
this is
won,
is
yeah.
Team A? Team A? Team A is making this game.
This is
Xbox had
Smilegate
Team B.
CO shit.
C team, the C team.
Synapse.
The Smilegate C team.
It's a Sierra team.
Synapse.
We
Synapse.
saw that already.
Synapse.
That was the
Yeah.
only thing we saw already.
Synapse.
What the hell was that there for?
Yeah, I can't.
The announcement
Wow.
that Beat Saber will work on PSVR 2.
Yes.
Showcase. That's showcase worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. That's one of the biggest
Beat
VR
Saber
games
was
out
announced at CES.
So we need a
with the
showcase
PSVR.
to show they
lot
got
of
Beat
VR.
Saber to work on PSVR 2.
there. Yes.
No, we don't need it,
Listen,
but it is
It's
showcase
available
worthy.
today. It's available today.
Yeah.
It's available today, of course.
Beat Saber is one of the biggest games in
it's
VR.
the
and a
number-
lot of
But
people
we
want
need
that
a
game.
showcase to say we got it running on PSVR 2. That's showcase.
I mean, there's a lot of
Oh,
people.
shit.
Well,
Listen,
technically,
Hey, listen, follow-up.
Listen.
As a person who is VR curious, that's one of the games
This is
that
this is
really
cardiac arrest
should
gaming.
get there.
Z got diabetic gaming. On this house is cardiac arrest. This shit we need a defibrillator on this goddamn podcast. Yo,
Listen,
this
Parrock.
shit is wild.
Photo there's a lot of
we
people
need
that
a
thought.
whole showcase.
Listen, there
Sony
was a
to
lot of
say,
people that.
a PS4 game works on
Listen,
PS5. VR.
There was a lot of people that thought that Beat Saber wasn't coming because it got bought out by Meta. And the announcement,
but
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of
they
people
announced it.
watching.
In January.
When?
At
was,
CES.
like-
At January
But-
CES, Jim Ryan
We're-
announced Beat Saber coming to PSVR 2.
But
Yeah,
who's
now
watching
it's releasing
CES?
today. It's
Casual
releasing
gamers
today.
are
But
watching
now
CES.
it's
I get that.
showcase worthy. All right, now it's showcase.
That- what
That's
I'm- what I'm
CES.
saying
That
is
was
that-
count.
It's the
What I'm- listen.
it's the number one biggest game. VR
What I'm
game.
saying is that-
it's
what-
literally
what-
number
what-
one.
When I'm saying
For
CES,
those
casuals
that
aren't watching CES. Casuals are watching this showcase though. They're not watching CES. Now they're gonna go
So
and
it's
buy
not
the
just
PSVR.
for you. That's what I keep saying. This showcase isn't just supposed to appease you, Porto Rock.
It's a Bungie
Listen, bro.
Marathon.
Nope, not worthy. I
I
have no
was
idea what it
surprised,
was.
but no, it was very.
CGI.
No
Nope.
idea what that was.
Too much.
It was a title screen.
It's an extraction shooter.
Marathon.
I couldn't see that.
Marathon.
I couldn't see that from
Marathon is the first IP Bungie made, and that's one of the reasons. Oh,
Yep.
I'm not even gonna get into this. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
That trailer was more
This
like a
new
skit.
Castle Travis you already seen,
Dude,
but the new shit, not. Oh man, this shit is
Yeah,
wild, bro.
yeah. And that was
This
like
shit is
multi-plat,
wild, bro.
Cross-play, cross-progression.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's one of those
listen.
games.
Oh, this
If
is
I
wild.
didn't know, if I didn't know about Marathon and about the rumors, then I would be excited for it. But since I know about it, I know what it's gonna be like.
Let me do an intermission with the super chat. We got Severin Evans. He says, for suffering through the garbage of that showcase, here is for you. At least they ended it on a good note, though, I suppose. Jimmy Harrison, damn good show, Rock. Damn, this showcase disappointing. Shout out to Extreme. Bazooka Long Dong. Oh, this chat is crazy. The only thing missing was Sony's first party.
That's true.
Will 777. They showed a movie trailer that is already on the PS5 homepage and hardware that no one cares about. It was a multi-plat showcase, and Sony did more for Xbox than Xbox does for themselves.
Xbox been trolling them all day, dude. It's crazy.
Yo, look at this shit. Oh my god. J-Von, it's trash. No way around it. Been 2 years. 2 years. Tommy Bull. All I wanted was The Last of Us. Yo, not even that. Not even that, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
Loose Scenes 2. The moment Sony puts a movie trailer in a showcase, this becomes a 4 out of 10 for me. I'm the biggest fanboy, but Sony's getting cocky again.
That's messed up, dude.
Tommy Bull.
No competition.
I'm with you, P-Rock. Enough FF16. I seen it 10 goddamn times.
A death loop of 2023.
Otto, that was the first time we seen the F16 trailer. Then you ain't a fan of FF16. Listen, with the amount of, they literally shoved F16 up people's ass. If you have not seen it by now, you're just not interested.
That's right.
You're
And
just
no
not
demo
interested.
announcement either. Like, if they're going to do that trailer in the showcase, have the demo
At least
date
that.
or some shit.
Demo available now. All right.
Yes, do something like that. That's what you do with that. But you just show it and say, yeah, it's here. It's like, oh.
All right. Okay, here you go. What's the next one? Basically a state of play besides the mid hardware. That was J Hard. Shout out to J Hard. Will, you know what, man? I love the chat, bro. Chat keeps it real. I don't know about y'all. You panel members, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. I don't know what's happening here. This is weird. Will, I love you guys, but goddamn, y'all swallowed the blue pill, bro.
22 times so that we come to agree with you.
Y'all some blue pill, bro. Listen, I don't care. I'm gonna make sure. Listen, I'm gonna be like Sun Tzu in the Auto War. I'm gonna make sure that, listen, I sense you guys are trying to do mutiny of the bounty. I will have discipline on this goddamn ship. Right? I'm the captain with the gun. You will listen to me. We will have discipline.
He can ask you any question he wants.
We will have discipline. Full rank and file. Hold the goddamn line. You know what I'm saying? All right? We got goddamn King David out there ready to do biological warfare, and you want to see the same goddamn movie over and over. Get rank and file. Hold the goddamn line. Oh shit! All right, all right. Will 777, bro. I pony hard, but F16 being in a showcase is ridiculous. We have interviews with the actor and director, 2 or 3 trailers, etc. Y'all tripping.
It was a lot.
Am's Odyssey. They see Nintendo is making money with low graphic games that takes 1 to 2 years to make, so they're copying the formula of Nintendo. Oh my god.
That's true. That is true.
No.
That is true. Think about it. They showed a Minecraft looking game that's supposed to get the Game Pass dues. They showed a fucking Splatoon type game that's supposed to bring the Nintendo
emotional damage. Yo, that shit was emotional damaging, bro. That super chat hurt, bro. God damn that chat, bro. That shit,
you're
yo.
exactly right.
I don't, yo,
dude, this
that shit like was a knife to my heart, bro. That shit
they
hurt.
groomed you guys with service games, the indie games, and then they capped it off with the goddamn Q-tip at the end, where you're gonna play away from your PlayStation, and then they showed a movie trailer. Dude, this was a I think Phil Spencer was dressed up as Jim Ryan in the goddamn thing. This was an outside of PlayStation stream.
Listen,
Tommy Bull, let's
Jim
go.
Ryan.
Hold on, let me finish this real quick, right? Tommy Bull,
go ahead.
thank you for the super chat. He says, "Show gave me a bad hangover. The cap not open." I'm telling you, man, we got cardiac issues up in this podcast, bro.
One thing I'll say, Puerto Rock, and I think you can probably back me up on this. This was the first event that we've had in years, many years,
That's
where Sony didn't show gameplay. What the fuck is that?
No, I don't
What the
fucking
fuck
know.
is that?
I'll be honest.
This is not gameplay. This is not gameplay. That's never been Sony's MO. That's been Xbox's MO.
J-Dub, we're
You
3 years
fuck?
into the generation, and they
What the
acted like this
fuck?
was like a pre-generation show.
Yeah, they've never
J-Dub.
showed a. Yo,
You know
what
what's
up, what up?
worse? What's worse is that not only did they show a ton of CGI, but whatever gameplay they showed, at least to my knowledge, it said captured on PC.
Some of them,
It didn't
yes,
even
some.
say captured.
No,
Yeah, some of them was
so
a
no, in the
capture on
beginning,
PC.
in the beginning of the
Well,
show, it said everything's captured on PS5 or DevKit unless otherwise stated. So if it
I
wasn't,
didn't see that.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
didn't see that.
if you see
Yeah,
in the
and everything
beginning,
said not
it said it
actual
right in the
gameplay.
beginning. So if it says captured on PC,
That is true.
so if it doesn't say captured on PC, then it's PS5 DevKit by default. So I give them that. I
Yeah,
give them that.
I'm
CGI
not worried
captured
if
on
Cats and Pirates was captured on PlayStation or not. I don't give a shit.
The
about-
CGI was
All the other-
rendered on the PS5 console. Yes.
Here you go. M's Odyssey.
okay.
ABK deal might be because Sony might cause Sony to hold on to their aces. Man, listen.
That is
man,
not how that
M's,
works.
we can't do that,
Can
bro.
we let that go?
I'm not doing no
Yeah.
conspiracy theory, bro. To me,
Yeah,
then
can we let
I'd
that
rather
go?
have you not do it at all. Then just don't
yeah,
do it.
Don't do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do it right or don't do it at all.
Can I push back on that? Can I push back on
Fuck
that? I
that.
don't think so. I think that if Sony had gone another year, for example, without a showcase, people would have lost their mind more than they're losing it now. People have been begging for this show. Even though I've been saying the entire time that they didn't need it. So you know what? You get what you fucking deserve, okay? You wanted them to show something before they were ready.
Listen.
Clearly they weren't ready.
As
and
the,
they showed you something.
as the saying
It
goes,
is what it is.
As the saying goes, you can have people assume you're an idiot, or you can open your mouth and prove you're an idiot. I'm just saying. I might have people assume that we're fucked up, because now we're
that
now
one more
now
super
now people are questioning. Like J-Dub, wait a minute, this is the first showcase they don't show gameplay. Very little first party. I mean, fuck, we would. I mean, there was at least an honest assumption that at least the Last of Us faction will be there. I mean, it's not like
Yep.
it was announced yesterday. That was announced in
They announced
2019.
it a year ago.
No,
Yeah, they showed a
2019.
clip on last year.
2019, they officially said that it is production as a full game. That was 4 years ago. So, so people expecting the Last of Us faction being there, that's not a far stretch. It isn't.
Yeah.
It's been 4
I agree.
years.
I
Concept
agree
this
with
year
that.
too.
I agree with
They
that.
Four
showed concept
years?
this year, so
Yeah, last year they showed concept art.
Holy
So can we-
shit.
So let me ask you.
One more super chat.
Okay.
Mount Kush, too many teeny tiny indies drowned the big games. Street Fighter 16, Final Fantasy 16 should have been 30 seconds each since they already been seen. Let's see. One did show
Well,
5.
but they were
Let's see.
technically.
One did show. I don't know what's the hand.
Yeah.
Middle finger up.
I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck this show.
Look
Is that what
up.
you're saying?
That's probably right.
I'm gonna assume you're saying fuck this
did
show.
show 5 PS own IPs. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
The email shouldn't have been there.
I don't want
We're
the
confused now.
I'm gonna pretend
Do
that's the
y'all
middle
think-
finger.
do y'all think that this show came about in this way because of the lack of competition that Sony has? Maybe they were like, because they have no competition. They're like, fucking, we're throwing this shit
You know,
together.
I don't
when
know,
you're
man.
good at something,
P-Rock.
when you're good at
P-Rock.
something, you're just good,
But how-
right?
But how?
that's what
I think personally, they are trying to implement, because they're doing the gas service games.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got all this
That's
stuff.
exactly what this is.
I think they're trying to do something that they think is gonna make them more money, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid Jim Ryan is not Sean Layden. Now I'm starting to see it. I don't think Jim Ryan is like Sean Layden, because when Jim Ryan talks about games, he talks about games like if it's art, like if it's the Mona Lisa. You understand what I'm saying? Jim Ryan, he does talk about games are important, but the question is, does he think Cats of the Caribbean is a great game? He might think, oh, this game, this is great for our community. While Sean Layden might be like, are you fucking nuts? This is not what you're gonna show. Like, it's fine to have it like on a blog or a little Saito video, but we don't know truly what Jim Ryan thinks PlayStation gamers really want, right? I think some stuff is obvious, like the Spider-Man, the God of Wars, but remember that was all handed to him. It's kind of like when Don Matrick took over. He still kept giving us Gears, Halo, and Forza, but that template was already in motion, so it's obvious. But once you start doing new shit, That's when your own creativity comes into play. That's when your own plan comes into play, right? So the question is, does Jim Ryan really think we want to see goddamn Foam Star? Like, does he think we really want a carbon copy of Splatoon simply because it's successful on the Switch?
But let me ask you this. If he removed the Splatoon type game, if he removed the Cat Quest and the Neva and the Plucky Squire and the Teardown, if he removed those games from this show, right? And he would have showed you everything else, would you have still been? Would you be happy then?
No, I'm not happy. I'm not happy across the board. I'm not happy across the board.
So here's the board. The problem is really a little bit less about him showing 5 minutes of indies and more so that he didn't show anything from his own first party outside of Spider-Man. That's the big problem.
And gameplay for those games. They were title screens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what I'm saying is, there's a bigger issue here than the fucking indies, because we've been getting fucking indies every show since fucking beginning of time, right? And so I don't want to make it about the indies. Yeah, the indies was some shit we think that they should have never added there every show. We don't want indies, right? We say that, but we know they're going to be there.
There's always that low moment.
The bigger problem was we expected to see the bangers from the first party, and they didn't show up. And on top of them not showing up, you didn't show gameplay to the other games that you did show.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
I think that's the 90% of the issue and the disappointment.
Yeah.
And the other thing, just what J-Dub was talking about too, I think the other thing is that why were these games on a Sony show? A showcase? Were they exclusive? Not a lot, even exclusive deals they showed.
Marketing
deals.
These
are multi-plays, marketing deals. They didn't even leverage anything. Like, hey, time exclusivity. We got a cosmetic in this. Or it's like, well, why wasn't this saved for Jeff Keighley's multi-plat show and show what's unique to you?
Because you know what they do. They have a state of play before each one of these games come out. They have multiple state of plays showing them shits into its entirety, all by itself, kind of like what they're going to do with Spider-Man, right? They're going to have 1 or 2 state of plays leading up to that. That's just what they did. They did it for fucking even fucking games that weren't even there. It's like Deathloop. How many times we've seen fucking Deathloop, right?
I know, exactly.
That's what they do.
In the mud.
That's what they do. So they're going to do that for each one of these games, right? They're going to do that to just like Final Fantasy 16, like Porter Rock said. Why you keep showing that? Well, guess what?
Yeah.
That game has come out soon. They did it for Deathloop. God damn it. You know they're going to do it for Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
This is a Goldie caliber game. The previews came. Yeah, go ahead.
The thing that made this a bad show was that whenever PlayStation Studios came, aside from Spider-Man 2, every other game from their studios, like Fair Games, we saw a CGI trailer for that.
Yeah.
Then there was another one called Concord, and it was just like a title screen. Title screens are not good enough. We are not like Xbox gamers that see like Avowed and then are like, yep, that's it.
Yeah,
locked in. Game of the century.
No.
Like, this is the thing.
I'm hyped.
It wasn't the presence of indie games. I think the thing that makes it feel unbalanced is that the indie games actually showed more gameplay than the PlayStation Studios first party games.
Absolutely.
So it's like, at least with the indie games, like in that dog shit, what is it, Foam thing by Square Enix, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, at least I know what it is, and I can be like, yep, not for me. Like, I can just move right past that. Fair Games, it looks like Payday 2 or something, or Payday 3, and I'm like, okay, is that it? Am I going to get to see what it plays like, what it's about, what the story is? And it was from Haven as well, and I think it was the game that they opened with, and I'm like,
it was.
if you're going to open with that, shouldn't you show me more of that? And then Bungie shows Marathon. I've never heard about Marathon. And then they basically treat it like a sprint because they're just like, yep, Marathon, bye. And I'm just like, is that meant to be hype?
I thought that was a DLC for fucking Destiny. I'm like, is this Destiny?
I'll be honest, I thought so too. I thought it was like a Destiny expansion pack or something.
Yeah,
like
so
but in the beginning, I'm like, man, this looks kind of weird.
Yeah, they didn't do us. They didn't do the gamers no favor because we left there still not knowing what the fuck that is.
Yep.
And then,
why
there's
even
so
have
many
that there?
other
If you didn't
games
even...
that PlayStation first party showed.
Yep.
But again, it's like you didn't actually.
What's Bluepoint doing, right? What the fuck is Bluepoint doing? What is the rest of those studio like Housemarque, right? Like that's what I'm saying.
Jesus. Ben,
so now we know. So now we know Bluepoint's not doing Metal Gear because it's a multi-plat. It's on Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah,
we-
I
so
mean,
that's
we can assume, right?
No, because they're not gonna have Blue Point make a game on Xbox.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is,
So that's off the
these,
table.
these no,
It's not
hold on.
them.
What I'm saying is, these motherfuckers didn't even tell us who's making that game.
You know, that's funny. I don't even.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They didn't even. Normally at the end, you'll see who's making it. You'll see. They didn't even tell us that. Like,
And you know what else?
who the
J-Dub?
fuck is making this game?
Exactly. And if they were showing gameplay during the showcase, I'll say, hey, maybe those games are not ready. But if they're willing to show a screen, a CGI title screen for some other stuff, then they can show title screens for what the other studios are working on. So, like,
Yeah.
the fact that they didn't
I
announce
want
them
more
or
title
talk to them,
screens. I
where
don't
is
want.
it? I don't want title screens
hate
either,
title
but
screens.
I don't want title screens either, but the thing is that if they're willing to, if this, if
No,
they
no,
were,
no.
if
There's
this
no
was all
if. There's no
gameplay,
if. Just because
no,
you're
if
willing
they
to
were
give
doing
shit
all
doesn't mean that I
gameplay,
want a different flavor of
Let
shit.
him finish.
if they were doing all gameplay, I could see why they didn't show that. But the fact that they didn't even talk about what their studios are making at this showcase makes you think that these things are even further out than what they were, because they weren't showing just gameplay. They were willing to show title screens. Why couldn't they show title screens unless these games are way out? And that's the concern. It's like, how long are these
Nah.
studios making these games?
I fully disagree.
I'm not really
because
concerned
I
for
would
the
You
rather
think
you-
they could come soon?
No. It's not that. I'm just saying that I would rather they don't announce anything at all. I don't care whether they're far away or they're soon. I just hate title screens. Like, no title screens, no matter what. I would rather not see anything from Bend or from Ghost of Tsushima 2 or anything. If you're not ready to show it with gameplay, don't announce it. Don't title
Well,
screen
they
it.
did a whole
do
showcase
nothing.
of that today, so they don't. You said that's great, but they just did a whole showcase of CGI and stuff that wasn't ready.
And that's why I'm saying that I don't want
So
more
that's
of
why it
that. You're
sucks.
saying if you're willing to go that low, go even lower. And I'm like,
Yes,
no,
because
that's
if
not
you're
the
gonna
solution.
show,
You're gonna do it, commit.
dude.
Listen, you gotta commit.
You're gonna do title screens. Do title screens for
Hey,
your fucking first party game,
don't dip your toes in the pool. Cannonball in that motherfucker.
dude. If you're doing
Dive
it,
in that
do it.
shit.
That's what they
Show
did
us
for
what your first
Uncharted.
party is. If you're gonna do
you
that, don't show it
remember-
on some bullshit like indie stuff, like some weird third-party games that show a title screen. Do it with your
Yeah.
own first party if you're willing to do it. I agree.
they
I don't
did.
like it, but they did.
If
They
you
did a whole
remember-
goddamn show with it.
If you remember Uncharted 4, it was just Nathan Drake on the like laying down on sand, and
That
then,
was enough, right? To get people.
Man,
wound
man,
up.
man,
It's like,
man, listen, these dudes have me hyped, man. They talking about, oh, we're gonna get an Uncharted 5.
Dude,
by this studio.
where are they? I think they all trolled us.
Man,
I
listen,
think
listen.
the whole
I'm
fucking
not
media
gonna
trolled
lie.
everybody.
I'm not gonna lie. We do this fucking shit every show. These fucking fake insiders come out.
Yeah. They
No.
troll the shit out of
Listen. I know everybody don't do it, but there's this little glamour of hope deep down in your soul as a PlayStation gamer.
Not a little bit. That's just foolish.
Yo, when Windows Central was saying, "Hey, this is gonna be a fire show," we should have took
Yeah.
warning in that.
I
When
know,
Xbox
right?
Insiders are saying like,
Yep.
"Oh
That's-
man, this is gonna be fire." I'm like, "Oh
Should have
damn, they're
known. We
lying."
should have known, Jess. We should
Should
have
have
known.
known, man. They
Yeah.
duped us.
Oh man, listen.
We got
Like I
duped.
said, like I
Honestly
said,
speaking-
if it went for Spider-Man and if it went for Spider-Man and a couple other games that they showed, like Helldivers and stuff like that, I'm interested in.
Alan Wake.
It would have got
Dragon
yeah,
Saga.
it would've- not even Alan Wake, even though it was there. I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the multiplats. I'm talking about
Exclusives.
you know because I'm like this. The type of person I am.
Showcase.
I don't really give people credit for shit that you can play everywhere, right?
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't. I don't do it across the board, whether it's PlayStation side or whether it's Xbox side. You don't get credit for shit that's playable, enjoyable.
What is
everywhere.
this supposed to be?
And this supposed to be a show. And this supposed to be a Sony showcase, a first party.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
This here is not actual.
that's what
This
I'm
here,
talking about.
this here is not actual gameplay. But I don't know
Is
what
that No
this
Man's
is.
Sky? Is that No Man's Sky?
No,
In
they
Skyrim?
were just making fun.
In
Take
space?
a
Making
walk. Go
fun.
take a walk.
What
Is
is
that
this?
Starfield Space? Is that another Starfield clone? I don't know.
No,
I
this
who knows what it is?
This
They're growing
CGI
plants.
trailer.
They should.
Motherfucker got a hamburger in his wall locker.
That's what I'm saying.
The one's
Like,
fine
what
by
is this
Starfield.
supposed to be?
That's
The
the
one's
same
fine by
thing they did with
the sandwich.
Starfield. It's the
That's what I'm
same
saying.
thing.
This is a
That's what I'm
Starfield.
saying. Is this a Starfield clone? It's always a sandwich, and it's always some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Burgers. Look at this.
Listen, yo, Starfield has like that shit, like
What? This
So-
is like this is
so-
this is like this is like making fun of Starfield.
yes.
Really?
That literally is.
Listen,
Literally it is.
Starfield. Listen.
Go and watch
Starfield
the
has like
original
a,
Starfield trailer. Same thing.
yeah. When you watch it, it has like a plain cheese flat
Yep,
sandwich. And
sandwich.
this is like a full sandwich. I was like, yo,
Same
this
thing.
must be
It's the
better.
same
They got a big
pan.
ass sandwich.
But it's not a gameplay sandwich, though. It's a CGI sandwich.
That's right. CGI sandwiches only.
Listen, I agree with what J-Dub is saying, and the problem isn't really the indies or the third-party games. It's the lack of them showing first party and gameplay. I believe everybody here would agree that the showcase would have been 1,000 times better if they opened with Spider-Man and closed with Factions 2.
No. Yes. But I'm gonna tell you, if they would have started the show with Spider-Man and just let everything run as is, everybody would have left. I would have tuned out. Because if this is all if Spider-Man is going to be the top shelf and everything else is literally going to have to be downhill from there.
Look at this shit.
We made predictions. It was going to be you're going to start with something good and you were going to finish.
Bro. Yo, you guys thought I hate racing before? This is my yo. You about to see my villain arc story now.
And this is my shit. And this is
you thought I hated racing before? Sony just created the villain arc story in this motherfucker, bro. Yo, you on crack, bro. You on crack.
That is insane.
Yo, hold on. Let me do a super chat. Let me do a super chat. Tommy Bull. Sony sells so much they have to appeal to everyone.
That is true.
Charles Hall.
That is true.
Hardcore don't want to hit it.
Yeah, but watch. You know what's funny? You guys say, "Oh, you got to appeal to everyone," but the cat Puss in Boots is only gonna sell like 50,000. Nobody's gonna buy it.
Nobody's buying.
No one's gonna buy fucking Puss in Boots in the Sea. Nobody's buying that, bro. Why are we lying to ourselves? Oh, you gotta attract a bigger audience. They're not gonna buy that. You really think Puss in Boots is gonna sell 1 million copies? That shit ain't selling no 1 million copies. No one's buying that bullshit. There's not. Half those games that we guys are claiming, oh, you gotta appeal to an audience, they're not buying that shit. You'll be lucky if you get 300,000 sales.
Facts.
No one's gonna buy that fucking
Q-tip thing. Oh
people are not gonna buy fucking Punky Squire or Plinky Squire or whatever the fuck that game is. You'll probably get 200K sell. Dumb shits, put that shit day one on PS Premium. That's probably the most you're gonna get out of that if you want a lot of people to buy it. Yeah. Let's be honest. A lot of that stuff, I understand the logic. You got to appeal a wider audience, but can we be honest about the gaming audience? They're not buying that shit. They're not buying that shit.
The first Cat Quest sold 4 million copies, and I'm not sure if that's good or not, but it's 4 million.
4 million copies.
It literally sold 4 million copies.
That's what I'm telling you. The game is popular.
I told you I enjoyed it on PS4, but I don't want to play it on my PS5. Like I didn't, Yeah. 4 million copies.
How the fuck? That piece of shit sell 4 million copies, but fucking. I gotta look at. I think you guys are doing fake news.
No.
I think it's fake news. Let me look this shit up.
The game, game I think is on Switch as well.
It sold 1.3 just on the Switch alone.
Oh, there you go.
No, but hold up. But to be fair, they also bought cardboard.
Well, that's true. That's okay. Look, we're gonna take the 1.3 off, and we're just gonna say fucking result. That's true. That's touche.
Listen, Cat Quest 2 is gonna be the first game. It's gonna be the first game to be 18K on PS5.
No,
18K resolution.
No, I remember on the PS4 that shit was fucking popular, and I wondered why people fucking bought it. I ended up playing it when it came to PlayStation Plus and shit. They gave it to us for free or some shit, and I ended up playing it, and I fucking enjoyed it. But again, I'm not trying to play that shit on my fucking PS5. My PS5 is for bangers.
Another game people wanted was Astrobot VR on PSVR 2, and that wasn't there.
Well, that's true. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody was telling us we finna fucking Team Asobi or whatever is finna give us the new one, and it's like, oh my god, we didn't get none of that shit. But here we are, another show, and all the shit that we fucking hope is gonna be there, none of that shit show up. Man. That's what I said.
Charles Hawk.
Let
me get some super chats, please. Yeah, Charles Hawk. Like I told Craig on his podcast, no way was the show respectable. Ben Studio wasn't even there after they tweeted they would. They saw the light up. They're like, oh, hell nah, we out. Donnell Brown, he says, I'm happy you don't have that ugly New York hat. You know what? I'm tired of your shit, bro. You and your bullshit ass Raiders. There you go. Now you're going to have to look at it. All right. Here we go. Tommy Bull, I'm okay with state of plays and no more showcases. He's like, fuck it. Just stick with it. Just stick with it. You might as well. Don't do these glorified.
They tarnish that showcase name. They keep that shit.
You might just keep a state of plays. At least we know. Jimmy Harrison. also did not want to see too much of coming to PS4. I didn't see a lot. I give them that.
There was a lot though.
There
That indie
was?
stuff. Like,
Oh, the indie stuff, yeah.
Look,
Oh, the indie stuff,
yeah,
Yeah, the indie
a lot
stuff.
of
The indie's okay. We give them a pass.
You don't need
Yeah.
9 point. You don't need the full 1.5 RDNA.
Yeah.
But they did say in their
Yeah.
blog
That's
PS5
GCN.
and PSVR 2.
Yeah.
They did say that.
Alright.
They didn't say anything
Okay.
PS4.
Lucines 2, the bar cannot get any lower for Xbox. I'm just saying this. If Xbox, this is Xbox. Just I don't know. Xbox got the easy win. They got the easy win.
I would say Sony needs competition.
Easily. It's like LeBron. It's like LeBron James playing in a WNBA league.
Dude.
He's gonna
Listen,
score
you
80
know,
points in the
Val
first
looking crisp.
quarter.
They show Val
He
looking
will
crisp
drop
on
80
Hellblade.
points in the first quarter.
Hey, where's Stellar Blade? Where's Stellar Blade? That game's supposed to be coming out this year, right?
Like, that's what I'm
what the
saying,
fuck?
bro.
We actually saw
least
gameplay
that.
from that game.
At least, and the funny thing is, they paid
And
for that
Ronin.
game to be made.
Yeah.
Where's the Rise of the Ronin?
Yeah.
supposed to come out
Ronin,
too, right?
another game they paid for.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Yeah.
All right, Lucy.
Where the
All
hell is
right,
this shit?
and Mount Cash 1. He says Factions and Death Stranding 2 will probably be at Keighley's Summer Game Show. They said PlayStation's gonna be there and
That-
both for on his show in
that's-
2022.
That's an L. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
That's
I want to
Xbox
say
One.
something about that. If Factions and those games are on Keely's show, that's some bullshit, bro. That should have been
Yeah,
on
it's
this
false.
show. That
Yes,
should have been on this
because
show.
those
Put
are-
Cat Quest on Keely's show. He got that.
Exactly. All that other shit
Yeah.
goes
He got
on
that
Keely's
shit.
show.
Yes.
All
Listen,
that
Metal
on
Gear
that
could be
Xbox
on Keely's
list.
show. Marathon could be on Keely's show. Like, we're
Yeah,
Factions.
No, listen.
Xbox list could
We
have went on there. That
we gave Xbox shit for them not showing anything at Keely's show, right? For the Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
There's no way in the world that Sony is going to forego their first party games at their own big showcase, supposed to be their big showcase, and give it to fucking Jeff Keighley. That's a Phil Spencer epic failure type shit.
I
right
agree.
there.
You know, there was over 500,000. Like there was like over half a million watching this. shit.
Listen, I can't
This
explain.
this legitimately is the only. I'm gonna put it. This is the. I'll be honest. This is really the only game I'm excited. Like of course I got Spider-Man, right? I like how Spider-Man looked. I love the announcement and Metal Gear. I don't give a damn as multiplat. As long as it exists, I'm happy. Right?
You don't
genuinely,
like the Final Fantasy?
I already seen
You're not
it.
into that. No. I'm
Am I speaking Spanish? I listen. Not only did I see the trailer, I saw the damn live show.
Wait, didn't people say they were gonna shadow drop the demo?
I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about personally, like.
No, you don't understand. I already seen that trailer. I already seen it.
You should not buy it. just in spite
Listening,
of
brother.
it.
Calm down.
So what are you
I'm
asking?
you. Do you like Final Fantasy game? Are you going to buy it?
Yes.
That's what I'm asking. Oh,
Yes,
that's all I was
absolutely.
asking. I'm not
Absolutely.
talking about the show.
But that
decision.
that decision was made, from the moment I played Final Fantasy
A year
1.
ago. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
play
no,
every
no,
Final
no.
Fantasy.
No,
You should not buy it just to
asking
send them a message.
Just buy it. No, buy it. Listen, buy it. Refund it. And when they say why, you say, listen, you put it on this showcase. I've already seen it. Next time, don't fucking do that. And I'll buy it.
You gonna tell that man don't enjoy a game to sit. Hey, listen.
Hey, listen, he roasted us so much because they showed it again.
He baited
Don't
you.
buy
You
a
fell
game
for
if they
it.
show it too
That's all
many
that
times.
happened.
Let me put it this way.
Don't
Let me
buy
put it this way. The
Don't buy a
showcase.
game if they show it too
Let me
many
put it this way.
times.
When it comes to Final Fantasy 16, the show added nothing that I already didn't have access to. It did nothing.
I agree. No,
all
I
it
agree.
did,
I agree.
all it did was
Absolutely.
took up more of my time to wait for the next segment. Because while it was showing, I already seen it. I was just sitting there waiting for the next thing. That's
I
all it
agree
did.
with
It
that.
didn't do
agree.
anything
Sick.
new.
The voice.
Well, I'm
acting
gonna be honest.
sounds great.
90% of the games that they showed didn't push the needle.
This right here
anything.
was probably the only new thing. Like looking at this, I was like, "Yo, this was like a Soulsborne game." But the only thing that caught my eye, and I
What's
don't
the
know,
name of that?
and I don't even know if it's true gameplay, right? But it reminded
I think
it
reminded me of the Kung Fu flick because he was able to fight like two guys, like he's sword fighting, then he kicks the
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, is that real?
Oh.
Like I don't know
So,
if that's actually gonna be real.
If you
Yeah.
watch the gameplay, you can see them make mistakes. So I think it is real. they're making mistakes when they're fighting the bosses.
No,
Like, this is some-
without a doubt.
This is some Crouchy Tiger, Hidden Dragon shit.
I
Yeah.
like it because it's very fast. It's faster than anything
Yeah.
I've seen in mini
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
like the
that's
fast-
sort
Now,
of like-
is this
Yeah.
game one of those like China Hero
Oh,
Joy
China Hero?
type games?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That they partner with.
Look, see now, look at the combat. So this caught my eye.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, he's gonna
I like
fight.
it was-
The animation was
animation's
extremely
good,
fast. That shit was.
But
dope.
this shit, here we go. When he started
I thought it-
fighting, but when he
Dr.
started
Doom,
fighting
yeah.
multiple enemies,
multiple
but-
people,
but
Yeah.
like this, like whoop whoop whoop, yo, and then that I was like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right,
Yeah.
I like, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, look at that. I
That
could fuck
parry,
with that.
multiple parry, yeah.
Yeah,
that shit-
multiple
Can I just say,
parody.
That should have been the
yeah.
game that opened.
That looks fire.
Yeah.
That should have been the
Yeah.
The only
opener.
thing I'm concerned,
That's-
That looks fire.
the only thing I'm concerned is the bosses. I feel like the bosses look too big for the combat that they're going for. So they like it. Just feel if you look at the boss fights
Yeah.
that they show, the big guys, it looks kind of weird. It looks way
But you
better
see,
when they're fighting
he had
mobs.
to, he had to run away from some of these
Yeah.
bosses. You can't fight them close.
No, run on the walls.
Right, so like
Yeah,
your
you-
character, he moves really fast and he swings really fast, but the bosses are
Yeah.
they just do really like large attacks. I don't know. if
Now,
it's gonna-
I wonder would the gameplay kind of be like Devil May Cry, where you because how are you gonna do like all those combinations?
Those like
and
Ninja
shit in
Gaiden,
time?
Look at that. This is good. See,
yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
The only problem that another problem that I have is
Look at
that,
that.
like,
That
every time
shit
we
is
see shit
bad.
like this.
That parry,
every time we see-
that shit is nasty.
That's movie quality.
Yes.
Animation. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is
Yes,
dope.
yes.
This shit is
But every
nasty.
time we
This
see
game
games
is
like this,
nasty.
every time
Now,
we see games
here's
like
the-
this,
here's
they
the
look
thing,
like
though.
Souls
Here's the
games.
thing.
So I don't know if it's gonna
Look at that.
be
Look at that. Woo!
Will it be quick time events and they just remove the quick
I
time
hope not.
events?
I don't
from the
know.
screen?
Oh,
I
no.
hope not.
I
But,
hope.
but
No,
that's
I hope it's-
listen. How do you know? How
I
do
don't
you
know.
know? Like how to like that's because
I
not even
think
Ghost of
it's
Tsushima combat was like this fucking.
It's
quick.
moving too
Like,
fast. That's why I think it's moving too
Yeah.
fast for it. I think it's going to be like either Batman, Spider-Man, or that Assassin's
Oh, I
Creed
see,
in,
like,
in
yeah.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you play Assassin's Creed London, the one in London Syndicate, your character fights really, really fast, but you see like a flash, and then you press the button to parry the other guy. And whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if
Like
it's
you see the
that, it's gonna
icon
be
over
good.
your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, how's the combat going to be? Because those animations are quick as fuck. Like, how do you
Yes.
parry that fucking quick?
Yeah, I agree. I personally think it looks really good. I'm
And
intrigued by the combat.
This here was a PS5 exclusive, right?
I don't know.
I'm not
I
sure.
think this was like one of the only.
Let me see.
Let's
Let's ask Xbox.
let's see at the end. Yeah, let's see at the end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No,
it
it's
went
not
on
on
that
the
list.
list.
It went on that list.
Not on the
Yeah, it went
list.
on that list.
Let's ask Xbox.
Yeah.
Not on the list.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. I give that fucking Aaron Greenberg, man. He the boss when it comes to that shit. He quit after
Agreed.
Sony show. He'll go and say this coming in PlayStation. Now here's the thing. This is what I was telling Xbox news earlier.
What up, Salty?
You mother. I was saying,
Yeah.
you motherfuckers don't play shit that's not in Game Pass. So if none of those games are coming to Game Pass,
Be right
so
back.
y'all gonna
Yeah,
have to
they're
spend
not coming to Game
$70
Pass.
for that shit. So that means they ain't gonna play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's true. They're all these games. They're gonna ask when is it coming
Yeah.
to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Notice
That's the
this is
thing.
coming to Xbox. Motherfuckers
Yep.
don't want to see that. They want to see
Yeah,
it coming
that's-
to Game Pass.
They gonna say, I'm gonna wait.
In
I'm gonna
fact,
wait for.
I'll be honest. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that statement in a long time. Coming to Xbox. I haven't seen that
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah, I
from
know,
them.
right?
Exactly.
It's been a while
Because-
since I see them say
Yeah.
coming to Xbox.
Yeah, because everything
Because
on their
the
show is going to be
platform-
coming to Game Pass.
Coming
That's
Game
why.
Pass.
The platform isn't Xbox anymore. It's Game Pass
Yeah,
now.
it's Game Pass.
is the
Game Pass
platform.
is the platform. Yep.
Honestly, I'm starting to hate seeing the Game Pass. I'd rather see Xbox, but that's not going to change.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll start asking a new question because since we all agreed the show is dog shit. What?
Yeah.
Name me at least one
What's the
thing. Name me one thing you did like about the show. We'll start with Call Me Jay. One thing you did like about the
Okay.
show.
Just one thing.
One thing.
Okay.
Or
the
if you
biggest-
have more, hey, if you have more, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a few lists. I'll
Holy
go through
shit,
it
I don't know
quickly.
how.
List.
Helldivers
Yes.
looks sick.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be Starship Troopers, and it looks like it.
It
but
looks- yeah,
the
it
first
looks- yeah.
Helldivers is top down, and
Yeah.
I heard they were gonna do a new one, but this looks great.
This
And
is
the
the
cover
next
piece is good.
gen. This is over.
Yeah.
Over top.
Phantom
Yeah.
Blade, it looks sick. I don't know if it's gonna be on PC, and they didn't say that, right?
Yeah. It just
Metal
says
Gear
PlayStation.
Solid, I'm not a fan of
Yeah.
the third one just because of the movement. I prefer 4 and 5. I hope that this one incorporates the movement from 4 and 5, and then I'll be sold. Alan Wake 2 looks amazing. It looks like it'll be a direct sequel to the first one. He's still in the fucking house, writing on his shit. It looks badass. Fucking the director was there. You know, you see him. It's Max Payne, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Mirage. We haven't seen gameplay until today, and I was floored because I'm so tired of the RPG Assassin's Creed. I want an Assassin's Creed that's about assassins, and this one looks like it. And it looks
took it back to part 1.
Yes,
basically.
it looks like Unity. It looks like a blend of Unity, which was one of the best parkours, and the older games. And I love everything I saw. Day fucking 1, and they're both coming October. Dragon's Dogma 2 also looks cool. And finally, Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man just fucking. Oh my god, dude! Like you can just watch the gameplay, and that's you see a lot of transitions that wouldn't have happened on PS4. Oh, because it would have lagged. Yeah. The wingsuit wouldn't have happened on PS4. It would have been way too fast for that shit. Like it just insane. So those are the good things that I liked about the showcase.
Yeah, that Helldivers, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's fucking day 1 with me. I bought Helldivers 1 on the fucking Vita, my fucking and the PS4. So with me, Dragon's Dogma 2, that was like, oh shit, that was a huge one. People been begging for that fucking game to get a sequel to that, and we finally getting it. I think again, outside of Spider-Man, it was really a tough sell, but I've been telling dudes for the longest that PlayStation will never get back into the handheld business. I've been saying that they're not going to do a PS5 Pro, right? And I was wrong on one of those things. For Sony to come out with so much fucking hardware, given their financial stakes and shit like that, they're just doubling down on gaming, and I can respect that. I'm day 1 on that handheld, and those fucking earbuds that they got. So
those earbuds are good.
And this handheld has the new Wi-Fi 2 technology, so it eliminates a lot of shit. It's like a peer-to-peer with your PS5, like over the internet.
The Vita was.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about
This is not.
Really better.
Regular.
I know it's
No,
better,
what I'm saying is it's not regular remote play. It's with the new technology and shit like that. From what I was reading.
But if you remember the Vita, when you did a remote play on PS4, the PS4 actually made a hotspot. You weren't using your network. It was a hotspot dedicated to that, so it was way better than just using your home.
What
network.
you used to do, you used to create a VPN on your home router to allow you to be away from the home. But this here, it's supposed to be almost a direct connection to your shit. So if
they
that
can
shit
keep
works
that.
well, I'm day 1. I'm day 1. It is.
That's all yours.
Shout out to Tommy Bull. Shout out to Tommy Bull. Wi-Fi direct.
Dude, as soon as you leave your house, that thing is a brick.
Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna
Wi-Fi
go
Direct is going to be insane.
Wait a
that
minute.
was specifically made
Hold
for.
We're not talking about this.
Hold
up. You're telling me this thing is designed to directly connect to your PS5?
Yeah.
That's how it works?
You can be away from home as long as you're on Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
It'll create a direct VPN to your
okay. You still can play over the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. No, it's not like the fucking Wii where you just
because I'm thinking these motherfuckers made the Wii U.
No.
Bro, you have no idea. I was about to end this goddamn podcast. I was like, we not doing it. I'm shutting this shit down. We not talking.
But like the thing is that you don't have any like LTE on it, so it's just a Wi-Fi.
We don't know the specs though. Right?
Well, they didn't say LTE though.
No, you don't want LTE. You don't want LTE anyway, because guess what?
Yeah,
your shit is gonna be up and down.
Yeah, but how many places you're gonna have with the greatest Wi-Fi connection?
What? Yeah, McDonald's.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
Where's everywhere? J-Dub, stop lying. You don't live in Europe, J-Dub. You live in Texas.
I know.
Bro,
absolutely.
your goddamn antennas can barely hold a little bit of snow. What the hell we doing here?
No. What I'm saying is, everywhere I go, there's Wi-Fi. There's a gig everywhere. We're not. Listen, I live in Texas. Listen, Evie, I understand. Y'all in New York and different places.
Where in Texas?
Out in the movies.
Where in Texas?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
He's underneath the antennas.
The biggest city, Houston, Texas.
Listen.
Let's not act like.
When J-Dub walks out,
my car's got Wi-Fi.
But you're not playing 60 frames a second.
Yeah,
he is.
My home got Wi-Fi everywhere. I'm Starbucks got Wi-Fi. What are we doing here? Like, listen, this is
Starbucks don't have good Wi-Fi.
What?
For gaming? For gaming.
Yes.
For gaming.
Texas, on Texas it does.
All the time. I bring my fucking my Razer laptop and I'm fucking gaming in fucking Starbucks all the time.
Oh damn! God bless you, J-Dub. God bless you.
Listen. When J-Dub walks out of his home,
This guy on cricket internet playing goddamn cat in Puss in Boots.
Listen,
Bro,
listen, right now I'm podcasting from my fucking phone right now.
But your podcast, 1080p 60.
No.
This guy's comparing a Discord chat to game.
No. What I'm saying is, I travel 90% of the time. I got my fucking gaming laptop or my PS5 with me at all times. Let's stop acting like this is the Xbox One era, brother. What are we doing here?
Listen, J-Dub's car looks like an RV, like a news station RV with a bunch of antennas. You know?
This is a
never
goddamn
drops
PS.
out.
Listen,
dual sense with a strap-on screen.
Every Ford Raptor, every Lambo, everything has fucking Wi-Fi built in. What are we doing here, man? Is this 2024?
Listen,
let me remind y'all. So to J Dub's credit, you know, he does own a Ferrari, so he's kind of disillusioned what the rest of us go through.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna remind y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, he's driving with one hand.
He don't understand. He swears he thinks he's not the 1%. Bro, you the 1%, dude. All right?
Why y'all bother me with these first world problems?
Listen, all right? There's certain things. Listen. Yo, J-Dub. When you talk to a representative in Texas, you invite him over for dinner. The rest of us, we have to have a whole town meeting to get that guy to come. All right? We are not the same. We are not the same as you. We don't have your pool. So you gotta remember the little folk, J-Dub. You gotta remember us little folk.
He got an antenna on his head, and J-Dub's like, yo, I need you to point to the northwest over there. I need some better reception. He got a dude walking with an antenna on his head.
You know, you're like, yo, we drive around with Wi-Fi in our cars, while the rest of us is like, what car? Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
You know what he says? He's like, every Lambo, every Ferrari comes with Wi-Fi now. And we're like, really? Do this?
My man got his own satellite dish while driving. He got a direct connection, bro.
Man. Man. Hey man,
J-Dub has got the same.
Yo, J-Dub forgot. He's like, man, y'all really don't got direct Wi-Fi connection to the satellite?
Hey, Puerto Rock, what you trying to call me, Danny D? We have a system for you.
Oh shit! My man out here. My man, he out here confused. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand why we don't have our own dedicated connection to a satellite terminal. We ain't got that pool, dog.
He got a server farm in his basement.
Yeah, we on Boost Mobile, dog. and we have to share that shit too.
Oh man.
Oh shit! But let me ask you this: so they created like how successful? Like, what do you think about this product? I know, cool, whatever, but it's only useful with a PS5, right? It doesn't. So far from what we know, it cannot play games on its own.
I wanted to talk about the games first.
Yes. Yeah. From what do we understand right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it's like
without a PS5, this is useless.
No. So people are saying that it's like a G Cloud, the Logitech G Cloud. So it is running Android, but it's specifically made for.
Did they say it's running Android?
It's going to need an operating system of some type, right?
It has to be.
Yeah, which will be a custom Sony.
But the games you're playing is what you have on your PS5.
Yes.
So no PS5, this is useless.
Yeah, and it would, and also too, like you got to think how.
If you don't have a PS5, do not buy that shit because it's like buying a DualSense. 5 controller and then you trying to take it to your.
And we kind of went through this already with like the Wii U and also share. Remember the smart glass and stuff where it doesn't have that kind of. Even the PS Vita would like you could do Madden plays on it while it integrate with the big screen and the small screen.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like it's doing that. And who's gonna make it for such a small install base if they're gonna make their game support that?
Yeah.
It most likely is just gonna take an image of the screen and put it on.
So we're gonna go Extreme next. Let me do these super chats, and Extreme will give his stuff. Bazooka Long Dong, he said J Dub Cap a 9,000 today. Oh my god. Oh shit, Bazooka Long Dong. He said he said he can't even reach where the levels were. Oh shit. True Virgil. End of the line. This pony sniffed the glue made out of his brethren. He's like, oh shit. And Tommy Bull, J Dub though, everybody had a McDonald's at home.
Oh man.
he walked out his bedroom and he already having a McGriddle. He had a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Oh man.
He's getting served McGriddles.
From his
The rest of us gotta walk outside our house to get that McGriddle. All right, so Extreme. Give us your stuff.
I just want to talk about the games first. You talked about what was the thing that excited us.
Sure.
I was actually excited because if you remember before we ever heard about the PlayStation 5, when they were just talking and then there was a leak saying that, you know, with the power of the SSD, look how fast the camera can move through Spider-Man's world. You know, they had that little leaked demo and it was like on the PlayStation 4, you could only make it from one end to the city to another in like 40 seconds. On the PS5, they did it in like 8 seconds or something like that. I'm really glad that Spider-Man 2 actually showed that sense of speed, because that was the number one thing I personally wanted from the game, because I wanted the traversal of the city to just be a lot more improved and to feel like the momentum that you could build up on the PS4 could be built up a lot faster. So when I saw them, you know, just zip through the city, I was like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I am in for. That was genuinely the only next-gen feature that I would show someone that would want to get into the PlayStation 5 ecosystem. As you're like, this is the difference between a PS4 game and a PS5 game. So really excited about that. Now, since we started talking about the Project Q, remember a few weeks back, we talked about it and we all said it was a dog shit concept? I'm here to tell you, now that I've seen it presented by PlayStation, it's even more dog shit than I thought. This is the dumbest idea I've
You're just
ever
mad
heard.
because you don't got the Wi-Fi J-Dub has.
Exactly. Listen, it is for about 1% of the fan base, and we all know what kind of 1% it takes.
But
We all know what kind of 1% it takes.
To be fair, right? You can say the same thing about PSVR 2. It's only for the 1%.
No, actually, no, because
No,
the rest of us
seriously.
don't need a Ferrari with Wi-Fi to enjoy PSVR 2.
No, true,
I can see how from your perspective, it's all the same.
It's all a niche item, right? It's all a niche item.
No, this isn't a niche item. This is a dumb item. Like, this is
It's
just,
gonna be a niche.
this is a niche. It is. It is stupid.
Okay, but check this out, right? And just hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. You got Steam devices. You got Asus jumping in the market with their new devices that's coming out. You got other devices that's going out, and all the backbone and all kind of other stuff that's going on right now, right? And since your PlayStation is your focal point in your gaming for most people, this is going to be a device that you can take anywhere, and as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can play your games, run at 1080p, 60.
I think, J-Dub, you don't understand how big Wi-Fi a problem is.
No, listen. And I do. I'm not that naive.
No,
I do
you
understand.
don't. You have a Ferrari that has Wi-Fi and drives itself.
Listen.
You don't.
I'm not saying that everyone has. We know for a fact. This is why. And I talk about this all the time with xCloud and Microsoft talking about this cloud is the future. Is because there's still a lot of places where you can't get broadband internet or fast, high-speed internet and stuff like that. And I get that for those locations. But this is just merely having a Wi-Fi connection. You see what I'm saying?
You understand, and then you're like, this is just merely having a personal direct line with the best Wi-Fi you could imagine.
No.
Extreme. Remote play works right now to perfection as long as you have a Wi-Fi 6 router.
Listen, I have a Wi-Fi 6 router. I have remote play. I know all of these things. I've used them But the point is, it's a dumb
This is
device.
not close.
It's not. How many people have their home console right on their living room and they wish it could be playing
Okay,
right now?
all right. You know what? I didn't even want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. When are you gonna play this game? No, when are you gonna play this device? Someone tell me when. When are you gonna have a mobile God of War Ragnarok experience? Tell me when this is gonna happen. Unless you're J-Dub, who literally flies intercontinental all the time. Unless you're him, tell me how you normal humans are going
majority
to
of people that
No, not you, not people, just you.
All the people that have
I don't have interest in it, but people
Okay,
that
good.
I know.
Next person.
Hold on,
Who's gonna use it?
stop. Majority of people that I've seen and know that own handhelds, they usually use them not to go outside, but to just lay in bed before they go to sleep and play.
Yeah, but that's because it has a native experience.
Hold
This isn't
on,
when you
hold
have a
on,
PlayStation 5
hold
already in the house.
Hold on. Listen.
You hold on.
Hold on, brother. This system is supposed to just connect through the Wi-Fi of your home. There's not going to be any latency at all. It's instant.
I'm not talking about latency. I never said technology-wise it was bad.
That's
I
until
literally
somebody
said,
starts watching
when are
Netflix
you
and
going to
porn
have
in
the
your
time
house?
to use it? Because if I have my 77-inch screen right there, why am I going to go and choose this device? Tell me when.
For the same reason,
people that use. I'm telling you that people that own.
Grab my Steam Deck, right, and my G Cloud, and I go fucking get in the bed after I turn the TV off. I'm tired of watching my fucking projector. I go get in the bed or whatever.
I like
I'm
the
just
way
saying,
that
right,
J-Dub is like, I'm tired of walking down 5 steps down my villa. Okay, sometimes my home theater is too far away.
I'm only just telling you.
Scenario.
I'm only just giving you the scenario, right? Wife sleep, kids sleep. Fucking, I finally get to do some gaming, right? I finally get everybody off my back. So I get my G Cloud on my Steam Deck. I get in bed and I get to sit there and play with my headphones, and I play, and I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. When I want to play the PlayStation or the Xbox or whatever, I gotta fucking go to the gaming areas to play them. And sometimes I don't want to fucking just be in there, fucking big bright lights and everything else, and surround sound going on, waking everybody up, right? So just having a personal device, that's just what I do. I mean, that's just. Again, it's not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. It's just like VR.
That's one of you, but how many of you are there?
I am telling you, everybody that I've seen, everybody that's an adult. Everybody that's an adult that owns a mobile handheld like a Steam Deck, they say, yes, I love it because I can just play on my bed and not have to worry about being on a TV, blah, blah, blah. So there is a market for that.
Yeah,
For
but the
me,
thing is
for me,
the
it
Steam
sucks.
Deck is native gameplay. When you're using your Wi-Fi,
it's
I'm gonna tell you,
native.
because you could do the same thing on your phone right now with a backbone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I got a backbone
What
too.
is the price of this thing? Is this thing going to come in at $300? Because that's ridiculous for a friggin'
I don't know.
screen and a controller.
G Cloud came in at $349.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And that has
I'm
Android
just saying.
on it.
Also, can we
saying.
stop acting like the
That's
Steam
ridiculous.
Deck and
I'm
the
just
G-Cloud
saying,
are
it's-
somehow the Nintendo Switch? Like, they're not selling hundreds of millions of these things.
It doesn't matter.
But like
It
you
doesn't
own
matter.
this,
It
do the
doesn't
same
matter.
thing.
No,
Listen,
doesn't.
y'all don't think that Sony said, listen, we're gonna create this. This is what it's gonna. Y'all don't think that they have the data and they done did the leg work, right? It may not be for us, right? And I'm just being collectively, right? It's not for us, but clearly these people who are the number one company in gaming, right? They've did their homework to say, even if we
They
say,
think it's
hold
for
on,
us
they
because they put it
listen,
on a friggin'
J-Dub,
showcase.
Sony has released hardware before tied to PlayStation that didn't succeed. This is going to be one of them. Remember the PlayStation Vita TV or whatever? They released that. It was a bad product. This is a bad product. Just because you are going to buy it doesn't mean it's going to succeed because it's a dumb product.
Listen. I remember the same fucking people sitting around talking about why did Sony make a PSVR 2 when the PSVR 1 flopped.
Don't compare me to those. Don't compare me to those. It's not the same.
And then they turned around and said that the PSVR 2 flopped and it didn't sell and Sony had to cut sales and shit. And come to find out, none of that happened and it sold more than the first one. And I'm just saying, if it's not for you, it's fine, brother. Yeah, I don't care if they made one. As long as I get my hand on it.
Isn't for
As long
anyone,
as
though.
it's for me though.
Yo,
It's
people, can you put a
telling
poll
you.
in the chat? Can we just get this out? Because I'm tired of people lying to me, telling me that somehow this is going to set the world on fire.
Brother,
this is a dumb device.
Brother, we're giving you examples of what people use other handhelds for, and you still want to say that this is for nobody?
Yes.
It is for
Literally,
nobody. It is for nobody.
the
Those other
technology-
handhelds have
the
native
tech-
games.
Listen, dude. I'm saying
Nobody
that
play
people,
native games on their G Cloud.
But if
Come on,
listen,
man.
if your phone does
fine.
the same thing, why is this
No, it
device
doesn't.
exist?
It doesn't
It
because your
doesn't. What
phone
do you
doesn't
mean
have
it
Wi-Fi. It doesn't have Wi-Fi Direct, does it? Does it have an 8-inch
Nope.
screen with the DualSense controller attached to it with all the features of
I
it?
have
No,
the
it
fold.
doesn't.
I do. I got the fold. I got the
It
Galaxy
has
Fold. My
Wi-Fi
shit wide
Direct?
open. Dude, how do you Wi-Fi
Yo, can we
Direct?
make a
It has Wi-Fi
Can you
Direct.
play a poll?
This is
I can't
Wi-Fi
be the
Direct
only
in
one.
this thing.
I can't be the
You're
only
still
one.
using. It doesn't matter Wi-Fi Direct. You're still using the network in your home.
You're just talking. Your PlayStation and this device will talk to
creates
the
a
router.
V-
You don't need
Yeah.
internet
Tommy J.
to play this.
They listed all that stuff.
Tommy J.
They said
You don't need internet. You don't need internet
all other bullshit that a
You
normal
don't need
device
internet
has.
to
Can we
play this
agree that
handheld.
from what we know, this device isn't even useful in transit because it doesn't even have LTE. So you can't even
doesn't.
use it when you're in between things. You have to
Where
go from
did you
one
read that
direction
it
where
has
you have great
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi
Direct?
to another location
They
where you have
said
great
it.
Wi-Fi. What
I'm
is the
looking
point
at
of
it
it?
right here.
Go to the blogs.
It's on the blog.
Yeah, go to the blogs. I'll send it to you. I'll go back. I posted about it earlier. But listen, I think the gist of it is it's not for everybody. Nobody on the panel will probably buy it, but maybe me, right? Which I buy everything and I game on everything, so I'm different. Take me out of the equation. If it's an L, it's an L for Sony. Hey,
Dude, you think it'll
it
be
is what it is.
300?
I
You
don't
think
care.
300 for this will be good? Like you go for 300 or the prices matter or no?
People bought the
If the
G-Cloud for
G, like I said,
$350
if the G Cloud costs $350, the fucking Steam Deck costs.
Yeah, but the Steam Deck is
500,
native
right?
tech in it and
Yeah,
native
yeah,
device.
yeah,
You
yeah,
play
you know,
native
I-
games. That's
And that one I agree with Jess.
It's just a Wi-Fi screen. Same
Yeah,
thing
and
with the
that one I
Ally,
agree
like
with
that
Jess.
Alley. That Alley, yes,
Yeah.
it's $600-700, but that's going to
It's
do
Ally,
the same
by the
thing
way.
as.
But
as
Jez, but back to my point, what I'm saying, right? Nobody on the panel is probably going to buy it but me, and I'm fine with that. It's not for everybody, and then I think at the end of the day, I don't think, which I think a lot of gamers probably be like, Sony, why you do this? You're taking resources away from me that could be used elsewhere, right? And this company, right? They've been successful in gaming by trying shit all the time. Some shit works, some don't. But for them for us to be scared of them not trying something, what if they say, listen, even if we sell 10,000 of these things, we think that was a good step for the future, right? We think that's a good step. Maybe this could lead us into some other area, right?
Yo,
Maybe
J-Dub,
that's Sony.
J-Dub, I'm not even
focus. We
arguing
don't
that
know.
will be a commercial flop, which it will be. I'm saying it's a dumb device just from the premise of it.
In your opinion, it is.
Well, yeah, of course I'm talking about my opinion.
Right.
Right. People
And you're
say that,
someone
like,
that-
in your opinion it is. Of course
Yes,
it's my
because-
fucking opinion. Which other
because
opinion was it
you-
going to be?
Because
shit.
you wouldn't. You're not gonna buy it anyway. So why does it matter what you think?
I'm not
Right?
gonna buy it because it's a dumb device. We can
If
talk
it,
about how dumb it
okay.
is.
If it had the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, the latest
Yeah.
Snapdragon, it was
It would
Android,
be
you would still buy
outdated.
it.
They
You would
launched.
still buy it.
The
No,
price
if
would be
it had
too
native
expensive,
games,
and they
remember
would
the
If it
die.
last
had
time we talked
Android,
about
right?
it, if it had native PS4 games capability, I would buy it.
It would be too
Because
expensive,
then
and you
I
would
don't
buy
need
it.
to just
You
use
would
it where
buy
I
it.
have excellent
It would
Wi-Fi.
be
I can use
it
it
would
in
be
between
outdated.
places.
It would be
Let me ask you a
outdated
question, Extreme,
before it
right?
launched, and it wouldn't
Extreme.
matter.
Are you a mobile gamer? Do you play on mobile?
No.
You don't, right? So
Yeah.
let's say that this device was basically an Android tablet with the latest and greatest chip on it, and just had the controller. You could play Android games, and you can also use the remote plate. You still wouldn't buy it, would you?
No,
Sure, but then I recognize it as being less dumb.
No.
Because then I would
You-
see
you-
when
why-
I'm not
it's not
when I
dumb.
don't have great
I
Wi-Fi.
don't want to play
The mobile
PlayStation
gaming
4
market
games on
is
it. I don't
bigger
wanna play
than the
PS5.
console market. How would that
No,
be
no,
dumb?
no, no, no. But I just said with you that I would actually see a purpose for it because again, when I'm in transit in between Wi-Fi hotspots, then I can actually use it for something. This is my
you're a
biggest
mobile
issue
gamer.
with this device.
You got your phone with you, right? Turn hotspot on your phone. and
Yeah,
just
but
connect to
then
it.
that goes into the whole thing where we don't get great internet like you do, man. Like my
okay,
phone's internet is not
no, I
gonna be
did get
enough.
it. My
Like,
bad,
I'm
my
sorry.
bad. My man got
Yeah, that's
cricket,
what
my
I
bad,
meant, man.
my
That's
bad.
what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say. That if it has some native
Okay.
capability,
Okay, so-
then that removes
Yeah.
my argument
Okay,
because my
okay, so
argument
that-
is
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Native
okay.
stuff will be
So
great just to
I
grab
see his point now. I see his
something.
point now. I see his point now. I see his point now.
Thank
He's
you.
coming
Because
from
my
a point
entire
where
point is, if you're not having great Wi-Fi where
Yes.
you are, you can have the best
So,
Wi-Fi.
no.
I have a $500 router at home. I have great Wi-Fi. My question isn't, can I use it in my bedroom? My question is, when else can I use it? And yes, I can use it at an expensive hotel or an Airbnb, but
Right,
getting
well,
from A to B,
yeah.
I don't use it anywhere along that line.
No, you
So for
can't,
me, that's an
you're not
issue.
supposed to play it while you're driving and stuff in the car. You know,
I'm not trying to play when I'm driving, but I could be on the train if it had native things and I could
No,
use
you're
it.
right. You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna be
Now,
honest,
let me ask
so-
you this. I'm in Texas. Puerto Rico. Can
so
you
let me-
answer this question?
Let me add
I'm not asking
something.
you because you're from New York.
Well, let me add something because while I was stationed in Europe, I was traveling
Yeah.
all the time.
Did they have Wi-Fi there? That's what I'm asking you. That was my question.
Yeah, so they have good Wi-Fi. They have bad Wi-Fi. But here's the thing: I traveled with my PlayStation because wherever you have
Yeah.
Wi-Fi in a hotel, guess what else you have in a hotel?
Wi-Fi.
I
Yeah.
know, a nice TV.
Nice TV. Yeah, that's
so
true.
you playing on that backbone bullshit?
Yeah.
Maybe some hotels have 4K even. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm still playing my PlayStation and it's beautiful, great graphics, only limited by the
Yeah.
TV I'm playing. I was not
Absolutely.
gonna like you see what I'm saying. So wherever you go,
Yeah.
chances are you still. Now I guarantee. Now I also understand the inconvenience
Yeah.
of traveling with a console, but in reality,
Yeah.
if you're going from hotel to hotel, the only inconvenience is the airport.
Yeah.
It was literally a carry-on
Yeah.
luggage. My console
Well,
fit the
that-
carry-on luggage.
that's-
Once I set it up in a hotel, it stays set, and it's there
Well,
until
that's
the day I
what-
leave. I'd rather
that's
have
what I
that
wanted
to-
than to
Yeah.
play. So really, than to play on a this is just for me. The only scenario that
Mm-hmm.
this thing would fit, right, for me is I'm away from home,
Yeah.
and I'm so happens to be at a location that has Wi-Fi, and I don't have
Yeah.
access to a TV.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
I'm not spending $300.
I want
for that.
because I'm looking at
That's
everything
crazy.
they announced to say they're launching to play remote play over Wi-Fi. They don't say Wi-Fi direct.
That's essentially what Wi-Fi Direct is doing.
No, it's not.
You're-
Remote play
yes.
over Wi-Fi is exactly what you're doing on your phone.
Yeah.
You have the app on your phone. You hit remote
where's the-
play.
where's
you
the
play
link?
over
You have the link to that?
That's Wi-Fi direct.
Listen, Wi-Fi Direct is just a protocol. It's better than Wi-Fi 6,
No, I know
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi
6E.
direct is, but they don't say
It-
Wi-Fi direct.
It,
That's what
That's
I'm
what I
saying.
saw.
I'm
That's
just
what I
looking
saw.
at. Well, I wanna
Jess,
know. I'm looking-
You got the
I'm
link?
going back to it. I'm going back to it. Yeah, I got it because I posted it earlier.
Now here's the
no,
thing. No.
yeah.
Here's the thing. Let's get something.
that's different than your phone. Then I can see a little bit-
Let's just clear something just in case the audience doesn't know. The difference between Wi-Fi Direct and like Wi-Fi 6, whatever. Wi-Fi Direct is literally in the word. That would mean the device is connecting through Wi-Fi directly
Yes.
to the PlayStation.
Yes, like
It
almost
is,
like a USB.
it is
like
not
the- well,
connecting to the router. It is a
Yes.
direct Wi-Fi connection
That's
There you go.
from
There you
PlayStation.
go.
Now the question is that what the device is doing?
Because that is
But
different
does the
then.
device
that is
have-
different than a phone.
Yes.
Wi-Fi Direct creates a VPN
Yeah,
type tunnel
but where-
directly.
but where does it say that?
All of
Yeah.
the other
Direct
stuff.
communication.
You have a link
So,
to
yeah.
that? Because I'm
Well,
not seeing it.
I'm sending over to Jez about the specs and what it said.
All right,
whatever.
But it
because I'm
says
looking,
Wi-Fi
I was
Direct
trying to
on
find it. Because they just said
Oh,
Wi-Fi in his quote.
Hold
He
on,
would specify Wi-Fi direct because that would be unique to their product that they get a direct connection. Because nothing else can do that.
Wi-Fi Direct is not unique, unique, and it's not something that's new. It's been out for a long.
It's
time.
been out,
that's-
but the
it's
question
not-
is,
I'm
does it
saying
have
if
it?
the device is doing
Yeah.
that protocol with the PS5, that's different. But if they're just
Hold
saying
on.
it connects through Wi-Fi like remote play,
Then you
it's
need
the
a
same
router.
thing as your phone does.
You're connecting to the router.
Yeah, then you're doing it to your router, and that's like what I do with the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
But Wi-Fi direct protocol will only work. First off, will work in your home while you're close to, and that
And
also
you have
is
to be
gonna
at a
affect-
certain distance. to it.
Exactly. You can't be 3
It's
floors
not
away.
like
and your
it's not like
PlayStation's
you could
down
be
here.
anywhere in your house and your
You're
and
right.
your PlayStation
Yeah.
reaches that far.
You got concrete walls. You go in 3 floors. That Wi-Fi direct signal doesn't work that well. 'cause you're
chances
directly
are you're in the same room as your PlayStation.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much on the next room.
If you're using
Or something
Wi-Fi
like
Direct,
that.
you're pretty much your
gotta
PlayStation's
be
right
close.
next to you.
Yeah, because I know the PS4 used to do the Wi-Fi direct thing, but yeah, that's the unless this is like for kids like that don't have phones and they want them to play. I don't know, man. I
They would
think
just
this
get an
is
iPad.
Yeah, exactly. And you can play it on an iPad too. You could stream a remote play to an iPad with a PS5 controller connected to it.
The only
question-
thing I don't like about my backbone is because my phone screen, and I have the iPhone 14 Plus, the Pro Plus or whatever, the big size, and
It's like the best.
I
whatever it is.
I pause.
Shit.
The big size.
Everything's big in Texas.
Everything's big in Texas. Everything's big in Texas.
I got the iPhone 17-inch iPad.
He's like, everything's big in Texas. He almost died himself out. I got the iPhone 15 and be like, wait a minute, it's not even out yet. Oh, my bad. Did I say 15? I meant 14. I lost count. My bad.
Y'all on my head today. No, all I'm saying is like, I would really enjoy a bigger screen because my phone screen, when I'm playing it, is small. Is kind of like too small. It gets by, but having a bigger screen is so much nicer, man.
You know, like kind of like a TV.
I got it to work remote play on a Steam Deck.
You mean like the TV that's in your house? The bigger screen.
Because think about it, right? Think about it.
I've made it 4K with VR.
Yeah.
VRS. Machine learn. Hell, stop lying. You got an 8K TV.
Oh shit.
We out here. You got an 8K TV. He wants to play. He wants to play Pirates of the Pussies in full 8K, bro.
Oh man. Leave my cat quest alone.
Man, look at him.
Pirate.
Inglorious 8K, 120 frames.
Ain't gonna lie, that was the biggest L I ever took, bro. Is I went out before the PS5 launch when they talked about 8K and shit. GT was gonna be an 8K. I went out and bought that fucking that Sony 8K TV, big ass TV.
You are bugging.
And then I ain't gonna lie, man. I took a huge L.
There's no way. GT, there was no way Gran Turismo was gonna be 8K 120.
It was a year before PS5
8K 120,
man.
Listen, I remember you had your name, JWK or something like that. Oh,
yeah.
Yo, they're like, sir, there's only 2 of these in existence. It's like,
I used to get posted in damn hell, man. I was just changing my name.
I was like, yo, J-Dub, that thing's not even gonna run 8K at one frame. Bro, there ain't no way. 120? You'll be lucky if you get 12.
8K
I was like, Sony said it's 8K on the tip.
Yeah, they didn't say on what though. They didn't say on what.
And then Aaron Greenberg came out with the 8K chip in his mouth this year. I thought we was ushering 8K.
4K. We're doing 8K.
That shit is fake as hell.
Shit crazy.
Let me get some other super chat. Real quick, hold on. Make sure this is moving in.
That doesn't show up on your Streamlabs, like the donations.
No,
that sucks, bro. Why?
I have no idea. Here we go. Next, here you go. Bazooka Long Dong. Q-Light has to be like Steam Deck. That dude's funny. It's the long, but yeah, Bazooka Long Dong. You
gotta say pause after that, bro.
Q-Light has to be like the Steam Deck and be all digital, so I could download my games, so I could take them with me natively.
Yeah,
with my SD card.
I have a question.
Let me finish. Let me get through. Mount Cache. The device will most likely also have cloud play soon as well. Remember, PS Now, not only remote play only, used to be with Vita and the Sony phones. All right. IB lived there. Be another Sony showcase this year? Oh no! Don't hype another showcase. I don't
hear that word.
At this point, I hope they don't do another showcase ever. Mount Cache, but you're definitely not gonna get 2. Next is gonna be State of Plays. Mount Cache, just early today, media sites talked about PlayStation saying they will soon reveal aggressive plans for cloud gaming.
Yep.
PS Plus Premium probably go mobile. J Hart, he says MS didn't even do this. They have live off streaming. And True Virgil. What do you mean, J Hart? MS didn't even do this, and they live off streaming. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. They didn't do this controller. Yeah, they're actually living off.
They don't have to. They just partner with other people.
Yeah. True. That's true. And True Virgil, can you buy Wi-Fi for this device? Oh, you mean like a Wi-Fi plan? Like a Wi-Fi plan?
No.
No,
I don't think it has like LTE or any of that shit.
It's just Wi-Fi. That's what
you're gonna have to like maybe you could buy a Wi-Fi hotspot and then walk around with it.
Yeah, just go to T-Mobile, buy a hotspot stick, you know.
Yeah, and then just walk around the sucker. But that's about it. I don't know, man.
I have a question about the handheld because the code name for it is Q Lite, right? So I would assume there would
was
be
Q
coming up
heavy?
with a Pro or something.
Was Q
No,
heavy?
a better version or some shit.
Was Q Lite? I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe it's because it's like the light version of PS5.
He just said Project Q.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Project
I think
Q,
we're saying light because that was what it was originally.
That's what was the rumor. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Project
He
Q. But
called it
he
Project
did say
Q.
Project Q. And what's up with the
Internally.
earbuds? Like,
Those look pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll
the
grab
earbuds
those.
look good.
Those look
I
good.
just have
Those look good for VR too.
The only problem I have with the earbuds is that they look AirPod-ish in the sense that they don't have like a little thing that hooks to your ear like the Beats Fit Pro. The Beats
you
Fit
mean
Pro
for
are more
like-
for working out.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
so
wingtip. Those are not working
Hey,
out.
there you go.
Yeah.
I had. I'm not saying that they're meant for that, right? But
They're
I
probably
bought the Pros, the AirPod Pros, and that shit kept falling on my keep falling off my ear. So I sold them and got the Beats Fit Pro, and they stayed pretty well.
You don't change the tips because this shit's not supposed to fall out your ear.
yeah,
man.
they have
Dude,
tips to change
I
to
my
fit.
I
ears are
work
weird
out,
or
I go
some shit.
jogging, I do everything, and them motherfuckers never come
Those
out my ear.
headphones, I'd tell you, those
Matter of
PlayStation
fact, I
headphones, they're
forget
sharp
they're
looking.
in my fucking ear half the time.
They're big.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't
maybe
use
my
them for
ears are
working
weird or
out
some
though.
shit.
I use my Beats for working out. The
Yeah.
AirPods.
Yeah,
I don't use
Dude,
for
those
working out.
I'm telling you, those
Dude, I've been
they
in the shower and everything.
Look,
Like,
look, they
it's
got
like-
volume control on them too. The PlayStation ones, they
Yeah.
got
Yes.
like little buttons on
Yeah.
them. Dude, those things look
Yeah.
sharp looking. They look pretty wild.
they
Yeah.
look really nice. Honestly.
They look like they're designed like they match the fucking
Yeah.
PS5.
Yeah, they do
you
look
know?
cool.
Most
I
of-
like that accessory.
Most
Yeah.
of their hardware has been PS5 eccentric, looking,
Yeah,
which is good because it keeps
Yeah.
that theme.
yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. Back to this, just to get off of this handheld. I'm kind of glad that they didn't make it native, and I'm gonna tell you why. For one, the price would have been through the roof, and most of us would not fucking have bought it. And for two, when they make those handhelds, generally by the time they release it, the chips that's in them are already fucking outdated. So, and then you got to worry about this and that. I mean, it's kind of like what happened with the Vita. It's just like what happened with the Switch. It's just like what happened to Steam Deck. It's just like what happened with this Asus stuff. It's always, by the time the hardware is actually out, it's just fucking outdated. And then the cost.
The
You
other
know,
thing
if-
too. Oh yeah, with the cost.
$199, right? If this thing comes out at $199 or something like that, given the G Cloud is $350, and given the Asus is there at $700, getting the $800, and the Steam Deck $599, $499, stuff like that. I think that it can be a companion. It can be a nice companion for those that apply. For everybody else, it's not for you, so you just kind of keep it moving. But for stuff that's not for me, I never complain because it's for somebody else, right? I don't complain. I can't take something away from somebody else that they can enjoy. Just like when I hear people say, "Oh, VR stuff, yada yada yada." It's like, listen, I get it. It's not for you, but for them not to offer it to me just because you don't like it or it's not for you, that's kind of not fair.
And the thing is too, with the price, they might price this is because this, without even using the screen, could just be used as another controller for your PlayStation. So basically,
exactly.
So they could kind of say that, hey, you got the DualSense Edge for the Pro. You could buy this for $200, and hey, it's a regular PlayStation controller, but it does have a screen on it that you could use and take it with you. So like this does have alternate functionality in the fact that it could be probably used as a regular controller, just with a screen on it. And
I'm pretty sure. I just have a really.
What if they integrate games and shit?
That would be cool. That would be more appealing. But again, it's going to be hard to see
I think
who's going to support it. Who's going to do that?
I think the easiest thing to do is just have an
it would be
interactive map
interesting,
or
though.
something. That would be the easiest thing.
That's kind of like what I'm saying. Let's say you're playing Resident Evil and shit. Instead of going into your in the menu doing all kind of stuff, what if it's there on the tablet? Like,
like using like
again,
the
this is
microphone.
this is
I
all
don't know.
hypothetical. This is all hypothetical, right? This is all hypothetical.
But
What if
then
what if
we're
this
back at
is
Wii
just
U and smart glass integration, like what we used to do.
well, again, the capability versus you're forced to do that. They're not selling it on that, right? They're selling it as
which makes
you can
people not want to do it.
exactly. But let's say, okay, granted, again, just humor me, just for the sake of conversation. This thing comes at $199. I mean, we just spent fucking $250 for the goddamn the DualSense Edge controller, right? Let's just say this controller, right? Because it does still have your haptic feedbacks. It still has all the stuff just like a regular DualSense, except it has a screen. What if, right? they enhance that functionality where, let's say, the next iteration of that, right, the next DualSense controller has a built-in touchscreen in it. What if this is like the forefront of something bigger down the line? I'm not saying it's going to be this generation or whatever. We've always seen those renderings when the PS5 and PS6 where they come and it has all these touchscreen controllers and all this shit, right? What if this is kind of like testing the waters of what could possibly be in the future? That's all I'm saying. Like, what if, could it be a possibility?
The battery. I'll talk about the battery life after that. Like having the LCD screen in there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I don't.
My name is J-Bot
That's
now.
gonna be. It's J-Bot. It's J-Bot
now.
It's
You're
J-Bot.
telling us about future generations and things coming down the line, and you're excited about the things they haven't shown yet.
But that's what I do. You heard me saying. You heard them say earlier. I buy everything, right? And that's just what I do. I'm a tech guy. That's just kind of my thing.
Can we keep it a stack?
What up?
This device will be improved by every single idea anyone else could have. Because as it is not enough. That's it. We said this when it was first a rumor. If you had told me that a few weeks later PlayStation was going to come out and basically say the exact same thing those rumors were saying, I would have been like, nah, there's no way a device this dumb exists. But here we fucking are. And you know what? You guys have depressed me so much talking about this device. You know what? It is dog shit. It is a dog shit show. I've decided this is a dog shit show.
Yo,
You're disappointed me.
We've graduated.
So much.
This is the dog.
You know what? This was a dog. It was a D on E, maybe even an F. This show
He
was
saw the light.
because look at what we're talking about.
He saw the light. He just realized it only took him a little time to process. But he realized, wait a minute, this show is dog shit.
In my defense, I literally woke up, watched the show, and got on the podcast. It's been 4 hours.
Now you're processing. You're like, wait a minute, this show is dog shit.
I was listening to it, and I'm just like, this is bad. This was a trash show. This is what we're talking about. After PlayStation Showcase, we're talking about this goddamn Q device. Trash. This show is fucking awful. It should be undone. Fuck this. Fuck off. I take it all back. P-Walk was right. Final Fantasy 16 didn't deserve to be there. He was right all along. I have been enlightened. He
has been enlightened.
For the cloud device on. Oh man, I never thought we'll come to this.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're sitting here for like 30 minutes talking about Project 3
right now in his throne, laughing at it. He's like, ha 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 ha.
You know what? Just because of this show, I am now going to watch the Xbox Showcase because I truly wasn't going to watch it. I was just going to watch the trailers afterwards. Now I'm actually going to tune in live for that. Because there is no way the Xbox Showcase can be this dog shit. Okay? There is no way.
I wouldn't bank on that, dude. I'll hold the line on that one.
No, but you don't go. But hey, I mean, let's be honest, man. Jess, let's be honest. This is it wouldn't take much to have a better show than this. I'm gonna be honest.
Nope.
It would not.
Have you been watching Xbox shows?
I know that, but that's what I'm saying.
Listen.
But this bar is so low. Like fuck, if Microsoft, if Xbox can't do it now, they're never gonna do it. Like this is. I think this is probably Sony's one of their worst shows.
I agree,
dude. Sony didn't have a show one year. Microsoft still blew ball.
Yeah, if there's any time to at least shift some type of momentum, not like console shows, but at least put Xbox in a positive light. This is the time.
Yes, and if they do, like, they focus on, like, Avowed shows up, and that looks incredible, and then Hellblade looks really good, and Sony's sitting there, and, yeah, they could definitely be like, hey, we got some games, and Phil doubles down on console again, and kind of, they could, just like they played today, dude. Dude, they played it up today. They talked about the multiplayer.
That's not the bullshit. We've been saying this shit for the last 15 years. They had the stage to themselves for all those years.
They did.
They didn't do that.
Listen,
they're gonna turn around and make this show look like it was fucking great. Stop it.
Every time, listen, this
they
is how
have
it's gonna
nothing
be.
like Spider-Man. You know that.
When they come out, the first thing they're gonna say is like, "We listen to you, fans. Every game shown here will be showcased on an Xbox console," and everybody's gonna be excited, right? Hold on. No, yeah, it'll have gameplay, yes. But when you see it says capture on Series S, it won't even say X. I bet you $100.
I'm telling you, they're gonna play it up, dude.
No, but for real, all they have to do is show Hellblade, Avowed, Starfield, games like that, show gameplay for them, and they're already better than this showcase.
Yeah, here's the thing, call me Jay though. Like you're starting to sound like a PlayStation fan pre-showcase. Because all the PlayStation fans were saying all they have to show is Stellar Blades, Last of Us Factions, Ghost of Tsushima 2, Death Stranding 2. Everybody comes with this list, and then they're like, "This is all they have to do." And
I knew Spider-Man was gonna be on this showcase. Yeah. The only thing that I was hoping to see was Factions 2 because it's been so long that we know about it, and they say yes, we're gonna show you some eventually. This year, I think they said that Neil Druckmann said, "Yeah, we're gonna show you stuff." They didn't say this on this showcase, but they did say soon. So I assume at least those 2 games.
Sony just gave Microsoft a 2-week runway to greatness. They literally just pull out the rose petals for them, trail them from the front door all the way to the bedroom. Okay, this is it. If Microsoft is going to seduce gamers, Sony set it all up. You know how sometimes was it 2020 showcase when they had the Craig moment? People were like, Microsoft just sold more PlayStations than PlayStation ever did. This is PlayStation having put together everything, just handed it to Microsoft. Like, if you just give it to them, they will come. This is it. They are never going to get this again. So again,
to Xbox, this is their Xbox. This is PlayStation's Xbox One launch moment. If they fuck this
was
up,
a gift from Jim Ryan to Phil Spencer. This was a gift. This was I have set up the room.
Dude, if they
I have called the hotel. The massage shall happen at 1 p.m. I have the schedule for you. Okay? All you have to do is show up. I have wined her. I have dined her. She's ready.
Whoa,
she's hot.
Right.
She's sweaty. All you have to do is pull up and pull down your pants. Okay? Because these gamers are ready to be shown something else. And you're telling me, if Xbox doesn't deliver now...
You know what's going to be Xbox?
It's a 50-50 shot.
If J-Bot is right, then we're going to look back after Xbox's showcase and be like, this was a good one. If J-Bot is right about that, whoa.
Listen.
Extreme.
I guarantee it. And I'm gonna tell you what.
Cloud.
I'm gonna put $100 on it. $100.
Oh, that's right, J Cloud. J Cloud.
Yeah, J Cloud, right? and I'm gonna tell you why, right? History teaches us a lot. We've seen Microsoft in the 360 era when they cared about games, when they cared about doubling down and doing all this stuff. And then we just saw 2 weeks ago Phil Spencer to come out and cry, look disheveled, and tell you that even if he had bangers, it won't fucking matter. He still can't compete.
You know what? His crying worked. Right? Jim Ryan clearly felt sympathetic. He fell for his bullshit. Exactly. Jim Ryan fell for it.
Oh, we got him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Now, here's the thing, right? There was times that Sony literally didn't show up to the show, and Microsoft had that stage all to themselves. And then after the show, Phil Spencer had to come out there and apologize for the show, right? They did this over and over and over and over. In some crazy way, they pull a W out their ass in some kind of crazy magical way. I will give them credit for that, right? I will give them credit for that. But history is on my side in knowing that the fact that even the games that they've already kind of shown and announced don't fucking match up to fucking Spider-Man or mostly half the bullshit that we said we don't even care about on this show, right? And maybe that's just because the standard is so low for Xbox, right? And again, this show, call it this. Consider it an L for Sony, right? Consider it an L for them.
It is. It's trash.
It is. Call it that, right? But give it this here. It's Xbox's show to lose. If they just show up and just not fumble just fucking horrifically, they should be able to fucking, even if they come out there and show fucking Sea of Thieves DLC or some shit like that.
No, don't say that. I don't want to see that.
No, because
that is them fumbling it.
No, without a shadow of a doubt that you're gonna fucking get. We know that.
That is them coming out with a flaccid penis. Okay, all they need is a penis to be hard. The girl shows you.
They do it all. They do it every year. We know this. They know we're going to see Minecraft. We know we're going to see DLC. We know we're going to see the same shit that they show. We know we're probably going to get a release date for Forza, right? But at the end of the day, none of that shit that they've shown us kind of means anything. It doesn't push the bar anyway. And that's why Phil Spencer was correct in that fact that the games that they got, the games that they've already told us about, they don't push the bar with Nintendo and Sony. None of them push the bar because those games are already in Game Pass. And you can't have games in Game Pass that's going to push the bar in any kind of fucking way. That's just, it is what it is. So for them to come out with some kind of game that they haven't announced and for that shit to be graphically demanding and showcased, that's a prayer. I pray to God that happens. I really do. But history is on my side, and I think we all have to accept that. I think Phil Spencer accepted it. That's why he said what he said. He didn't go out there and fumble his words. He laid his case and say, listen, it is what it is. Starfield can be an 11 out of 10. It don't make a fucking difference. So can we get this out of our head that they're gonna come out there and pull this fucking hidden $200 million fucking gem out of their back pocket that's gonna fucking shake the world up? No, it's not.
They will. They're like, when they end the show, they're gonna be like, one more thing, and you're gonna see water reflections, and when you look up,
you're gonna see
ray tracing.
You're gonna see
ray tracing.
You're gonna
finally
see DLC to Redfall. That's what you're gonna see.
Oh shit.
Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Where am I lying?
We've seen
Honestly,
them
Listen, we talked about this.
After you said that, I can see them wasting time on their stupid showcase saying Redfall's gonna get 60 frames per second.
Yep.
Like, we don't need a showcase for that shit.
I'm gonna say this because I know. So here's the thing: is that the problem is the best thing of this show. I mean, sure, we got Spider-Man and Final Fantasy, but a lot of the newer stuff is on Xbox. You understand what I'm saying? So again, this is called a PlayStation showcase. So you gotta show what if you're gonna have a successful showcase, it has to be identified by the brand. Like if you have a Nintendo showcase, multiplats is not what makes a Nintendo showcase successful. It's the Nintendo games. If you're gonna have an Xbox showcase, multiplats is not what gonna be. Sure, it's nice. Even if you have Grand Theft Auto and all that shit, that's cool. But just like I think it was you, J-Dub, that generally said it.
Absolutely.
Anything that could be anywhere, that generally doesn't make the showcase stand out. You gotta have something uniquely identified, and right now PlayStation hasn't truly did that with this showcase, especially given that it's been a while. I think the last showcase was 2021.
Yeah,
you know, so it was a while ago, right? And from a first party perspective, to really differentiate yourself from Nintendo, PC, or Xbox, or whatever, you really didn't have that. Like, there's nothing wow from this, right? Yeah. That's why I was saying if you create a showcase. This is a big presentation. Like when you announce, hey, what's today's date? May 24th, PlayStation Showcase. We're like, oh shit, we are expecting something big. Now I know, of course, some people exaggerate their list. They want to see Bloodborne, they want to see Metal Gear, they want to see
the Bloodborne.
They want to see Wolverine and Spider-Man. They want to see Punisher. They want to see Uncharted, The Last of Us, and the new IP. They want to see God of War 3, 4, 5. They want to see they
want to see PS6 games.
They want to see all that stuff. They want to see the PS4 Pro and the Slim and who we're gonna acquire. I got that. Yeah. Right? But realistically, let's look at certain things, right? Like, are we really that wrong in thinking, something's wrong that you didn't have factions there, considering it's been 4 years since you announced it, right? Yeah. If you're going to make any gas game, right? Or if you're going to push gas, right? All right, cool. You're going to push gas. If that's the thing, right? You're going to go, pound that butt cheeks, right? You're going to be like Craig and pound some butt cheeks, right? And on some gas. Like, if you're going to go all in on gas, why don't you have SOCOM? Like, I cannot think of a better franchise that can tie longtime PlayStation fans and get them into live service game than SOCOM, right? That would be like some of the moves I would think. Like, how can we get PlayStation guys that love PlayStation, but we want to push gas games? How can we easily transition them, or at least have them adopt to these games? I got a great idea. We're gonna get the Last of Us factions out there. We're gonna have Guerrilla. Imagine if we saw right now Guerrilla symbol. And then all of a sudden, you see a bunch of military guys, and you see this great shooting, and then all of a sudden, SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs. You telling me if we saw that right now, we wouldn't be flipping the fuck out? We would be like, and then again, and gas comes in various forms, right? It's not just multiplayer shooters. Technically, like Gran Turismo could be considered a gas game. sports games or gas games. Imagine all of a sudden you see like you see like the eyes, right? Of two guys fighting, and then all of a sudden you see sword clashing, whatever, and then all of a sudden you see that, and you kind of recognize the characters if you've been with PlayStation for a long time, and you be like, wait a minute, this looks familiar, and then all of a sudden the screen shows Battle Arena to Shinden coming 2024. That shit links, bro. That's PlayStation. We would be like, holy shit, so Shinden's coming back. That's PlayStation Showcase. You're catering to PlayStation gamers. That's who you're not catering to Xbox gamers. You're not catering to PC gamers. You're catering. Link us to the name PlayStation. Don't give us a games showcase. Give us a PlayStation. Because now I got it. If you want to fill an hour, you're not going to have an hour's worth of just first party. You don't have enough studios.
But they didn't have a lot of first party either.
I know. They better, right? But imagine a showcase. We see SOCOM. And now we officially confirmed Guerrilla took that over. It's gas. But at least, that's SOCOM. Imagine, right? Imagine, at the end, after Spider-Man, right? We're like, okay, that's cool. And then wait, hold up. We got one more surprise from Insomniac. Then all of a sudden, you hear the alarm. Yeah. And then it shows Resistance.
When he said one game left, dude.
It's another gas game. But we can relate to that shit as a PlayStation gamers.
But they didn't even show enough of the gas
that
games.
Shit is crazy. You not understand what I'm
saying?
At
all. They didn't show it.
You know what I'm saying? So fucking SOCOM's coming back. Gas game, cool. But I guarantee PlayStation gamers would just be jumping all over that because that's PlayStation DNA. Then all of a sudden, even and I know Extreme, you don't like this, right? But let's say, just to end off the show, you see this word. Then everybody's like, get the fuck out of here. It's coming back. Now we have shit to talk about, right? To Shinden. Imagine if they brought back Battle Arena to Shinden. We haven't played that game in decades. We would be like, oh, shit. Because it's not just great games. It's PlayStation DNA and see like that. You see what I'm saying?
This was a very weird show.
This was really a games showcase. Let's call it what it's a game. It is games. We saw lots of games. It's a games showcase. Not so much a PlayStation showcase, right? Because let me ask you something. Remember, let's go back to 2016 E3. Most of us don't even remember what games they shown, other than, if you ask anybody, what were the games E3 2016? Everybody remembers God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone. If you try to remember all the multiplats, you'd be like, I think this was here, maybe this game.
Games, yeah.
You don't remember. Yeah, but you're not even going to complain, because at the time, when they showed Spider-Man, you were like, even people couldn't believe there's no way that game's exclusive. That was half the conversation. They actually locked this shit down. Then when they saw God of War, people were like, wait a minute, what happened to God of War? It changed it up. This shit's crazy. People are confused. I'm a long time God of War. I need a jump. But it was it took over the conversation, right? Then we saw Days Gone, even it looked good. Some people be like zombie. But if you notice, when that E3 was over, it was about the games. Look what most people are talking about the showcase. Right off the bat, I guarantee if you go to most PlayStation podcasts, or definitely Xbox podcasts, or even a neutral podcast, the number one conversation, majority of the conversation, is whether this show was dog shit or not. You see what I'm saying? That right there tells you it wasn't a good PlayStation showcase.
But they didn't even have that. You're saying that this was a game showcase.
It's a game showcase.
Because they didn't even have those deals like how they had a Final Fantasy announcement or something like that. 16. Where was no second party deals or anything?
This was a games showcase. It's
nothing
a game
to
showcase.
show the PlayStation advantage.
A PlayStation showcase? I expect something to pull me in this is PlayStation.
Why is this on the PlayStation showcase? Exactly.
I said that earlier, though. I think the only reason that they said PlayStation showcase is because they announced hardware, which nobody was fucking expecting. That's what I said, because they titled that when they did the VR thing. They titled that when they did the PS5 reveal or whatever. Real. So that's why when they said PlayStation Showcase, it's like, okay, either you're gonna announce hardware or this is your big first party.
And out of all the hardware, the most easiest hardware that probably would have really been receivable by the majority or future, consumers that would be like, I'm gonna get that, will probably would have been PS. Yeah.
The VR.
Or
the VR.
No, the VR is already
it's
revealed.
right
They already
now.
have the VR.
Yeah.
Those games sucked. Like
Yeah.
they didn't show a lot of that VR
Yeah,
too.
but
at
what I'm
all.
talking about is
The
already
games
revealed. Like if you're gonna show new
Oh,
hardware,
got you.
if they would have been like,
The
if they would have been
reveal.
like, if they would have been like, PlayStation 5 Slim, 350.
Yeah.
People would be like,
Something like
oh
that.
shit, I could get a PS5 for $350. That would have been more exciting, at least for the
Or new
people.
panels.
Or the panel, shit like that, or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, this was a game showcase. But as far as like PlayStation DNA, I'll be honest, I'm having trouble seeing it, bro. I'm having trouble
Yeah.
seeing it. Like if it wasn't for Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man that's already there, really,
Yo,
really, those
Piro,
are the two games that tied to
I have an
PlayStation.
analogy, Piro.
We all agree it's a puzzling show. We don't know
Yeah,
where
it
the
was a
fuck
very
the
strange show, dude.
fit in. We don't know what they were
Real-
thinking or
real
where it
broke.
fit in. I don't
It
know
was
if they changed it at the last minute because some shit. Like, what the fuck were they? This
Dude,
did not fit anything.
I've got-
This
I've
was
got-
Hold up.
He came
All
on-
right, let me hit up the super
He
chat.
came on talking shit. He
Let me-
came on talking shit.
All right,
Jim
let me-
Ryan,
yeah.
like big, and then having all that the lighting and all the transition, and then he shows a bunch of indie stuff.
That's true. And I see more triangles and X's than first party.
Right.
Let me hit up the
All that
super
drama.
chat. Let me hit up the super chat. Then we'll continue on. True Virgil, you gotta be neat a McDonald's. What the fuck, man? These
near a he means near
Oh,
a
you gotta be
McDonald's.
near. All right, you gotta be near McDonald's. Hold this up, ponies. Now these damn Xbox dudes, bro, they're killing me. Xbox Showcase will
I
have to
love it.
reveal at least 4 new unannounced games in order to be better. Still showing games announced back in 2010, 2020 is no win. Tommy Bull, Xbox just needs to show 3 bangers and they got it. Magnum Gaming. This was a response to Phil Spencer's PR interview admitting defeat. Sony knew they would create chaos. They didn't show Spider-Man 2's latest build. Gamer Life Studio, J-Dob is full of cap. Xbox got this in the bag. Gamer Life Studio, rest in peace PS5. Wait, hold on. This was a good one. Gamer Life Studio, rest in peace PS5. Best years was PS4 gen. Good run, guys. Oh man, this guy's on that. Boy, this guy's on that juice. Oh shit, man. It's going.
Oh man.
Sean later
man.
juice.
Jesus Christ. All right, Tommy Bull. This gen we had Spider-Man Remaster, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man might need a rest. You want the new bangers for gameplay simply as that. Yeah,
I think after 2
Super
they're gonna wait on Spider-Man after.
Well, they
2.
got Wolverine.
They got Wolverine. They working right
Wolverine.
now.
No, I know, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
give Spider-Man a
branch out
break.
and do other.
Yo, I got a
yeah.
thought. I got a
Well,
thought.
Sony.
Okay.
By the way, it was confirmed that Sony got another Marvel game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got
Wait,
another
Confirmed
game.
by who?
like,
This
so
inside
they
this
have
again?
Same guy that said it's fire.
Jess Corden.
Oh,
Yeah,
bootleg.
great.
No, I'm just
Here's
saying.
my thought. Here's my
The
thought.
bootleg is? Oh man.
Bootleg Jazz. We don't.
What's up,
My,
Extreme?
my thought is this.
What's
My
up,
thought
Extreme?
is this. Yo, this was the second showcase that PlayStation should have showed.
This
You know
gen.
those card games when you're playing those card games and there's a card that's like a special card and it allows you to put out another card right away, and you've got it in your hand and you're like, oh, I'm gonna play this, and then you fuck it up and you play the wrong card first. This is what Jim Ryan did. He had 2 showcases, one with first party, packed, full, ready to the max, ready to go, and he's like, yeah, I've got this. And then he's got another showcase that's like, yeah, so multiplayer games and some small things here and there, and he put out the wrong one first. Because what we all wanted was that showcase that, just like Potterwork was saying, was going to identify with the PlayStation gamer first. If that had come first, and then this exact same showcase had come later, people have been fine with it. Because you've already given them the roadmap that all of these studios are working on. The bands, the Santa Monica's, the Gorillas. We already know that. And so this showcase will be middling, sure. But it's like the need to know what's more from PlayStation first party has already been answered. This showcase is like a perfectly adequate showcase. It's fine, but it's not played at the right time. So this is the second one that they should have. If they're gonna have a September showcase, which is better than this, they should have put that September showcase now, and then put this one in September.
Nah, it should have been called a third-party showcase. Period.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff
I'll be
Keighley.
honest.
Yeah,
it's a game showcase.
It's a game
It's like you
showcase.
said.
Yeah,
and what's
it's
so
two
strange is
separate
that they
stitched
had
together.
They have
Yeah.
the console in the stores. It's available right now. They got PSVR 2s in the stores. They said this is a PS5, PSVR 2 showcase in their blog. Like, how do you not show like the roadmap and show why you need to go and get a PlayStation right now. It's available right now. Instead, they showed like the clip, the CGI stuff. Nothing really to say go get a PlayStation right now. It's in the stores. Like I thought this was gonna be a huge PR marketing push with this showcase. Like why PlayStation? And they should have answered that, and they didn't.
My confusion with the developers, like the developers that they bought to make live service games, is what Puerto Rock was saying, is that they're making new IPs for these live service games, which is cool, right? We want that, but they have so many IPs that are dormant right now that they could bring up, and we've talked about this multiple times on past 60 FNLs, that they can bring back a ton of games: SOCOM, Max, Starhawk, MotorStorm. There's plenty of games that they can bring back, all dating back to the PS1 generation, and make them live service, and immediately they would blow up because people want these games back. These games, they're brand new, but we are like, like, what is this going to be about?
The dislike ratio on YouTube is high to those reveal trailers right there.
We
Concord
sort of know,
and Haven Studios.
We sort of know. We sort of know what the games are gonna kind of be like. The Haven game is gonna be like a 3-on-3 heist game, but it's like, would you rather see that or would you rather see SOCOM? You know what I mean?
What's funny, Cole J? Guess what? How funny is this that we did this last year with Redfall, where they showed that CGI stuff? We're trying to figure out what it was, and it was nothing like that CGI. And now they just did it with Haven. They showed us the CGI kind of thing, no gameplay, and it's like we've been duped before with this kind of strategy. Show us the game.
Jizz, I said it earlier before you came. This showcase seemed like it was aimed towards Nintendo fans and Xbox fans. Game Pass fans. Because a lot of the games that they showed were games that those guys already have, that they have. So it's like you're trying to poach people from them because sure, right? The Metal Gear was for. They did show some stuff that was for us, the hardcore, right? Of course, Spider-Man, right? They showed Metal Gear, right? That was for us, and Assassin's Creed and other shit like that. But at the same time, our expectation going into this was going to be our big showcase where it was the PS5 only next gen banger blowout from all of their first party studios. Where not only the Insomniac, but the Guerrilla Games, the Sucker Punch, and the rest of those. And none of those people showed up. And here's the thing. Those studios were actually liking and saying stuff about the showcase they were gonna be here.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if something happened. Right? I don't know if something happened, but they gaslit us. The actual studios.
They totally did, dude. You can't blame us because it wasn't just the fans being hyped for the stuff, but the media, the studios, everybody was getting ready. Get ready. Just fine.
Can I just give a compliment? A studio liking the showcase announcement doesn't mean that's going to be there.
No. It's not just about liking. But the way they were tweeting, they're tweeting about it like one of the games I've been asking for, the whole Project Awakening. We saw it last generation. It was supposed to be on PS4 with the dragon, the knight fighting the dragon. It should look ultra realistic.
Like Deep Down PS4.
But that was after that. Yeah, but that studio came out of hibernation to give us the emoji eyes on this showcase, like they were gonna be there. It was shit like that, and it's like, oh shit, these motherfuckers. We've been ghosts for 5 years, and all of a sudden they come out tweeting about this showcase. Okay, they're gonna be there. Maybe their game is ready, and nobody showed up for this show. Literally, no first party showed up, and I can't lie. That's the biggest L. Is
a big L.
None of their first party showed up.
That's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword because I agree with what Extreme is saying. Logically, right? You would want all the Twitter accounts that you own to retweet and whatever, right? But when we as gamers see the eyes and we see people like, oh, you better watch this, we're like, okay, so that means you're gonna be there, right? But they're not. So,
but it's the way they were tweeting again. Listen, I'm not saying that just because they like the tweet. It wasn't about them liking it, but they're actively responding and talking on it. Y'all want to check in to this, because this shit finna be some heat. All of these motherfuckers. Now, when Neil Druckmann, when Corey Barlog and the rest of those dudes, Barlog or whatever, and the rest of those dudes, when they tweet, people listen. So people thinking, all you motherfuckers are saying is y'all, you know, so okay, they're gonna show up. Nobody showed up, and that was the biggest fucking disappointment, right? And I'm thinking back now, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna pull my 1 point back, right? And I gave him an extra point for having hardware, right? I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Everybody's seeing the light.
Chat, you notice how you know it's you notice what happened was someone gave you overseasoned meat, and you're like, all right, it's not that bad. But as you started getting to the center, you realize, hold up.
No, I took my point back because of the tweets, right? I gave them extra credit for actually showing hardware. I gave them 1 point for showing hardware that I didn't think they were going to show. I gave them 1 extra point for that. I'm going to take that point back
because they suck at you. Because they acted like they act like that shit was gonna be fire.
Because of the tweets. Don't fucking tweet if you're not going to be there. You know
what else is crazy too? Like with all the stuff that's going on with The Last of Us, with the TV show, with The Last of Us, the remake, and then they released it, fixed it on PC or whatever the hell that trip. Like the thing is, The Last of Us is still in the media central stuff. Like the fact that you're not capitalizing that and then bringing factions in and trying
that's what blew my mind. I don't know how
picking up, trailing off that Last of Us hype.
I don't know how factions is not there.
Dude,
that
actually
surprised me.
So even if factions wasn't, even if factions is in fact on Summer Games Fest, right? They could have still teased it here on this State of Play.
And whoever made that decision is just stupid.
Yeah, they could have shown like the logo like they did for when they showed The Last of Us 2, which was a fucking logo of the Fireflies, and everybody went crazy, right? They could have done the same fucking thing, just like show a logo. And then see more at the Summer Games Fest, or see more at
show the trailer and then live multiplayer demonstration at Summer Games Fest.
Summer Games Fest. Keely will love that.
People are saying that they're probably gonna show something about factions on the 10th anniversary stream that they're gonna do about The Last of Us in general.
Oh, here we go.
But it's like even still, they should have just put a teaser on this event.
And like even then,
over 1 million people.
And how many people are aware of the 10th anniversary stream? That's exactly the same.
That's
like there was people.
Over 500,000
there was like 4,000 people waiting like 3 days in the chat.
500,000 people.
They were already talking in the chat. Just chatting it away. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, bro.
We got on Xbox for that. Well, the Game Awards. Oh, well, they didn't show it at the Game Awards, but they're gonna do it on the Developer Direct on a Wednesday afternoon at noon. It's like, dude, show that shit at the Game Awards, not at the Developer Direct on a Wednesday lunch break.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I think we should talk about. I mean, I already did, but everybody else should like mention the games that they actually liked that they saw.
Okay, well,
nobody else did except for me.
I think everybody.
I'd say Spider-Man. Was Dragon's Dogma 2. That samurai game there. Yeah. That was good. And then what was the other one that I liked? I thought those are pretty much it. That was about it.
The Dragon's Dogma game?
No, pirate game. What pirate game? Not that the fucking the cat one.
Carrot or Pussy
No,
Cat Quest.
Puss and Fish. No, I'm not playing Puss and Fish. No. Those I would say. The thing with Spider-Man, I think we didn't talk. I don't know. We came on later about Spider-Man stuff. Like I think what they showed in Spider-Man was impressive. Like I think the city.
I think it was
when him swinging through the city. Yeah. But I do think what I do think though is that some of the gameplay elements, like we've been doing it, like the kind of on the rails kind of stuff, and I think they could have showed a little bit more, maybe something like next generational combat type thing in that showcase. But I know there's gonna be a lot more to show. But I definitely think they set the tone.
What do you mean by they didn't show?
I do think it's
they
hard
to
show
that. Like the button, it was kind of like similar to what we've been doing already in Spider-Man. With on
what
the
do you expect it to be? You want the guns?
I don't know. No, dude, no.
Hey, Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, he saved the whole galaxy doing a dance off.
Hey, there you go.
No, I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying that there could have been, they did show some really cool combat things.
Maybe something like this.
With the what?
I see what you mean, but like it's kind of hard to.
He on that next gen shit right here.
It's kind of hard to expand beyond what they've done. That's what I meant. And they're already doing it because they have the Venom suit now. They have Venom attacks, right? Yeah. And I'm sure they're gonna have more Spider-Man attacks. You already saw that when Miles Morales took out the guys on they had different animations.
Move. They did.
No, they did. No, they did. So they showed some cool stuff. I'm just like. I would
But
like.
what
I
did you
wanted
want
to
us
see
to
a
see?
little bit.
Like, they
I think
literally
the
showed what
water
you asked
wasn't
for.
too hot. I think the water didn't look too
Nah,
hot,
I
like
think-
what they were doing.
No,
That's
listen,
That was the one thing.
let's
I
not
wasn't-
go into that. Go and watch
Yeah.
the 4K trailer, or whatever, and then
I did
think
watch the
we
4K
kinda-
trailer. I
Okay,
think it
we-
was,
we-
I
we
think it was
can-
impressive. But I
we're
think
kind of going into the a different area
Tinfoil?
that it's not. Yeah, there was nothing that wasn't impressive graphically about that game.
It looked
Exactly.
great.
It's
so-
Spider-Man. They're not going to
Yeah.
change everything about the game because the basis is already there. When you make a
You're
great
sounding like
product,
those
you
people
gotta
that was like, I
expand it
wanted
on
God of
the
War
city.
Ragnarok to be different.
What do you call it? The
no, the
draw
city looked
distance-
good. Yeah, and
draw
swinging through the
distance
city.
I would say this.
and everything else.
So as far,
I mean,
I would say as far as the city, because remember the game started out in Queens, so I wonder if they
Yes.
expanded the map to 5 boroughs, and
Yes.
can you actually travel to all 5 boroughs, or do they have it locked
Yeah.
in regions? I hope
could be
it.
DLC.
I
you
hope.
remember
I
on
hope.
the first one, you couldn't. It was areas that was accessible, but you couldn't get there. They wouldn't allow you to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah. So I hope they
Yeah.
flesh that out, and you can actually just swing
Yeah.
to Queens, Bronx.
Good.
That would
Yeah.
be cool. That's
Spider-Man
number one.
says it's over the river.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to be region locked. You know what I mean? Like you have to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
go to like a telephone and then
Like a
boom.
loading screen or something.
or take
I
the,
was
or
thinking
take the subway
No,
and ferry. Like you
I don't think they're
actually
gonna do
could
that.
go there. And
Well,
then
did
the
you think
second,
it was kind of weird? It was like switch to the. It was like switch to miles. Like
so
it was
that's
just
and
like a
that's
prompt.
another thing I'm interested in. Like, is it
The switching to-
but it's like story based, like meaning only at a certain time you switch, or is it like Grand Theft Auto 5?
From what I saw,
You
it
can
looked
switch
like-
anytime you want.
So
There'll
from
be
what I
missions.
saw,
There'll be
from
missions.
what I,
Each have
I would like Grand Theft Auto 5.
from
Like,
what
you
I
just
saw,
really switch
I
between
think
the two.
I think that'll happen, but only when you're free roaming. You can like switch
Yeah, I
on
think
the
in the
go.
open
Oh,
world,
free
yes.
roaming, yeah.
But
Yeah,
in the
so,
middle
you
of
know,
the
in
mission, you'll be
GTA,
locked to one.
When you're doing missions in GTA, you can still do that, but I don't think it's
swap
going to
them.
be like that. It's going to be only when they want you to
You're free roaming, yeah.
on the missions.
Or when you're free roaming, when you're both free roaming, just doing bullshit, you can just.
Exactly.
Because you
I
know, in
think so.
Spider-Man, after you beat the game, right, and you go back in there, you get to continue to plan or whatever like that. You would definitely. I mean, they kind of have to make it like that, where you get to switch anytime
Now-
you want.
What if?
Yeah.
What if? I'm just imagining shit right here, right? Now the game obviously is not co-op; it's a single player game, right? But
Yeah.
what if
Said-
intuitively, right? Let's say because you could switch it. Let's say let's say I'm just making shit up right now. Right now I'm just fantastically making with the power of the SSD. Imagine if they were, let's say you're able to switch between Miles Morales and Spider-Man, right? And when
Yeah.
you're not playing as one character, the other character has AI, so it's doing its own thing, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. Imagine having both characters in the same area, and while you're fighting, you can like switch freely
Swing
between
in.
the two. So it's like co-op,
That's
but you're not
possible.
playing with somebody else. You're doing it yourself. So like
So
you're
you know,
fighting.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the Final Fantasy remake, you could instantly switch between characters, and then the AI just takes over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Batman
would be
did that
dope.
too.
That'd be cool.
Batman,
That would be cool.
Batman with Catwoman. They did the
Yes,
same thing.
that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not even new.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually something that's
Yeah,
already
that
been
would be
done.
I think
Dragon
Exactly.
Age
That
did
would be
as well.
dope.
Mass Effect did that.
That would
I
be
think when
dope.
you're free roaming, I think you could like pull
Actually,
up the
wait,
phone
Mass
and be like,
Effect
"Yo,
didn't do
Miles, I
that.
need you," and
Dragon
he
Age did.
just appears out of
And-
nowhere, right?
yeah.
And then you're both fighting.
Or vice
until you
versa, and
dismiss
you
him,
could
like
switch,
Intro.
and you could switch in between and stuff like that
Yeah.
instantly.
I can't wait
I think it's
to
possible.
That would be
see
nice.
the story of the symbiote, like
Yeah, how he got
it
it,
comes about and
how he
stuff
got
like
it.
that. Yeah,
One thing I did like
So-
is they already showed his attitude changing, which is
Yep.
technically.
I know.
Yeah.
So I like that
Yeah.
they
Dude.
kept that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Dude,
a
that
certain
voice
then
actor
at-
is insane, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then at a certain point, he's gonna give up the suit, and then that's what Venom, like really, the Venom arc is when it's really that's the arc
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
people are gonna go crazy.
And
over.
how did he get that suit? Is that like create Venom
Yeah.
from there, and he knocks the Venom out of him?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be,
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But on that, okay, so we got Jazz's games. JW, you already talked about games. Extreme, did you talk about the games?
Yo, I think I only talked about
You only
Spider-Man
did
2
Spider-Man.
because
Yeah.
Anything else?
was actually I was really entertained by a lot of the games. I had a note before, so give me a second to.
Oh, this guy's bringing out
that
the
back
index
up.
cards. Oh, so you got a whole
No,
load of
yeah,
that shit.
man. Listen,
Well,
I gotta cheat. I gotta cheat on the
before
test.
Before he goes off on his list, I think the way that they introduced Craven, I feel like maybe the symbiote was there and it went to New York when Craven went to New York as well. Because they look up, when Craven walks off, the camera like pans up a tree, and you can't really see well what's going on. But I don't know if it's maybe there on the tree, the symbiote just moves with fucking Kraven to New York, but we don't know because it says 6 months later, right? So a lot happened.
No, that's true. Exactly, that's true. And then Spider-Man, Peter was already Venom.
The symbiote.
Symbiote.
Because you remember the original trailer, the symbiote was Venom was already in the alley, but Miles and Spider-Man was already fighting or whatever, and they cleared out those guys.
And then
they heard the voice.
What I like is that
the symbiote was already in the city with what's his name, because that was the end of Miles Morales. The surprise ending was that he was the Harry was there, and remember there was it seemed like the symbiote goblin.
Isn't that who they were looking for? They say Osborn, right? Something about
Osborn, yeah, his son, his Harry
so
has the symbiote.
Are they looking at Harry or are they looking for the dad? Because we don't know. I don't know if the dad.
I don't know. He's the one that had it in the end of the game. Miles.
So, yeah, okay.
So games I'm personally excited for: Assassin's Creed Mirage. I cannot tell you how great it is to see an Assassin's Creed that is actually about assassins and the Creed.
Yeah.
I haven't liked Assassin's Creed ever since they basically finished Ezio's storyline. And then when they did Origins and everything else, I just hated it because I'm just like, this isn't Assassin's Creed. This is just an RPG in the Animus. And
did you play Unity?
No, I didn't because it was
you should try it.
Buggy. And I don't play buggy games. But
I refuse to play Unity. When they try to jig me off of my $20 bet, you out your goddamn mind. Motherfucker try to give me dollar Unity codes for a $20 bet. Fuck me back. Try to give me goddamn Unity codes. He thought he doing me favor.
Xbox One X. He thought
and it's not even the PlayStation version. Motherfucker got me the Xbox One version. Like, this is dog shit.
He swore up and down. A developer told him that the Xbox One X.
Like, yo, I got some codes from the developer. Man, that shit was on CD keys for $1. You out your goddamn mind.
It took 2 years to pay you that.
Yo, this is wild, bro. Look at this article. If you're not gonna screen, even with a few big hitters missing, the PlayStation showcase was nearly perfect. Oh man,
absolutely.
Oh no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
I got a screenshot this shit. I'm back in action.
Oh, this showcase was
I thought I was done in these streets. I'm back, baby.
Oh shit. No, J-Dog, man, you're gonna have a hard time getting. J-Dog, you're gonna have a hard time trying to get these contracts signed.
Hey,
next game I'm excited about.
Right, send me that, Rock. I need that. You gotta send me that, man.
I'll tag you under that. Go ahead, Extreme. What's the next game?
Dragon's Dogma 2. So I came to Dragon's Dogma late, and by the time that I played it, it felt clunky. But I was like, oh, there's greatness here. So I am excited for the second one, and I will probably jump on it sooner than I did the last one. Helldivers 2, same story. By the time I played Helldivers, it was completely like dead, and I was like, oh, there's a great game here, but I can't find anyone to play with, so it was whatever. But that one looked good. Immortals of Avium, the only thing I don't like about this one is that it's an EA game, and I do not trust EA. Like, I just don't.
EA lately has been doing great single player games.
I don't care. I don't trust EA.
The only thing I see weird about that game is like when you're casting the spells, it doesn't look like it looks like you need a dual sense for the game to feel good, because the vibrations and the triggers will do the job. But just from what I saw, it doesn't feel like, the gestures are like impactful.
Yeah. Phantom Blade Zero, everybody was impressed by that, I think, rightfully so. I'm not excited about Metal Gear Solid because it isn't coming from a PlayStation first party, and Konami, which I think is the developer making it, or at least they're publishing it, I have no idea
we don't even know who's making
track record is going to be. Well, it says Konami.
No, they came out and said it. The developers that are making the remake are the same people that made the Pachinko machine, so...
Yeah, exactly. So
man,
I'm not excited about that one.
Oh my god, bro!
And
that's my only concern.
They
with
made
Metal
enough
Gear.
money.
No Kojima.
Yeah, they were working. They were like, let's work on the Pachinko first. Let's make money, and then we can make the remake. That was the plan.
Yeah, and then finally, Ghost Runner 2. I haven't finished Ghost Runner. I did start it. Looks good so far. But knowing that there's a sequel actually makes me more excited to play the first one. So it's kind of that situation. So those are all the games that I personally was interested in, and also that some Sword of the Sea, because I am a Journey lover, man. I love games like Journey, Greece, and those types of games. So there were a few indies in there that kind of had that painterly art style that is just like a nice chill game to just relax with. It's never something that I'm gonna be, going crazy or overhyping, but it's a nice little break from the usual stuff. So those are the games for me that were exciting.
All right.
I think Jess is the last one.
No, I already went through one.
Oh, okay.
So is it me?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I mean, you didn't like nothing, right? Because it was dog shit.
Yeah, it's dog shit, bro. This shit is dog shit. Now, Spider-Man, obviously, right? But that was already a given, right? I didn't even need a showcase for that. But I'm glad I see some things like the things new that piqued my interest is Queens. So I'm wondering if they expanded the boroughs. So I'm interested in that. And then also like the switching between characters, and now that we talked about it, it's actually not new. It's already been done in other games. Wondering if they added that. Times. Yeah, if they added that to the Forte. I think that would be incredible. That would really just add, because the game by itself already has great combat, and you could do some crazy shit with the gadgets and all that. Now you add both of them at the same time and you switch. Oh man, so there's good potential that. The other thing I like, obviously, what was it? That samurai game, whatever. That kind of this game right here.
Project something.
Yeah, this samurai game right here. This shit just looks good. This shit looks fucking good.
Yep.
I really like that. Right. RE4 with VR. I haven't played the remaster yet, but now I'm not gonna play it until I get the VR because there's no other like VR. Like I played Resident Evil 7 in VR, and it was actually the best experience I had. Like I played Resident Evil 7 first regular way, then when I got the VR, I did the VR mode, and it was just even though it was graphically worse, the immersion and experience was just over the top, bro. Like yo, being in that house in VR, like yo, it's crazy, bro.
You played it on PS4?
Yeah, and I didn't even have the Pro, so I was playing it at its graphical worst.
So it was blurry.
It was blurry, but still the immersion and just it was just an incredible experience, bro. Over just playing it on a regular TV, it was just great. So that caught my eye. What else? I was already interested. Like Final Fantasy 16, I already saw that same trailer, and stuff like that. This game right here kind of has piqued my interest, but I'm not sure if this is like an MMO.
What's it called? Yeah, that did look good. Yeah.
What's it called? Is this?
Because I'm looking at the stream.
Is this Dragon Dogma?
That's Dragon.
This is Dragon Dogma.
Okay.
Is this Dragon Dogma?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you said MMO. There's MMOs that look like
that's
that.
Not it. Yeah, it's not.
Okay, so this Dragon Dogma. So yeah, I like the first one. So the first Dragon Dogma was really good. So I'm like, cool. All right, that's great. And then what else? I never played Five Nights at Freddy, but I know it's real popular. But I just never played it.
Dude,
there's way too many of those games.
That shit's scary, man. My kids, man, they love that shit.
Yeah. What do you do in that fucking game?
You're just sitting on.
You have to hide from. You have to hide from Bunny. You have to hide from. The rest of the characters.
It's like evil robotic characters that are.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be nice and cute, but at night they're like.
The first security breach. Your parents, for some kind of reason, they closed up the mall and left you inside the mall, and you ended up inside of hiding inside of a room and inside of a Freddy bear or whatever, and then no spoilers with all the people that I'm pretty sure you guys don't give a fuck about it anyway. Right? But it's old. Yeah. It's it came out this generation. So
somebody said you hide.
It's a PS5.
That's it.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, but it's like you could just be hiding, right? But you start hearing weird noises and shit, especially in VR.
You look around the corner,
what the fuck, bro?
It'll pulse. It's scary. It is scary. It's jump scare. It's jump scare.
It's like that baby in Resident Evil 7, was it? Like you don't gotta see the baby, but you know that shit's scary.
You know that
when he shows up, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is that?
Metal Gear. I'm glad it's officially announced. But actually, it only showed like a little trailer. So my main concern is Metal Gear without Kojima.
I do have.
They kind of can't fuck the game up, right? It's kind of like it's already.
Surprised. Without Kojima,
that's true.
I don't know because the thing is, there's certain charms. Now, obviously, if they just do a faithful remake of the original and don't change much, then it'll be all right. Right? It'll be like just using modern assets and stuff like that. But if they
kind of like Blue Point. Like what Blue
so
Point
then it'll
do,
be all right because all the imaginative stuff Kojima already laid the foundation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think Warrior 64 on Twitter said that it will have the original cast, so it seems like it's going to be like a remake of the game. Like everything will be remade.
A faithful. Okay. Alan Wake. I'll be honest. I'm not too crazy about it because I didn't like the first one.
It looks good though.
Now I do like the game.
That was on. I missed that one.
What was the game? Good. Not Control. Control. Like I didn't like Alan Wake. I didn't really like Quantum Break, but to me, those were the baby steps to Control. Control was really good. So now
I was gonna get into that one.
I like Control. So if they learn and Control is in the universe of Alan Wake, because if you played the DLC, the expansion packs. So it's in the same universe, so we'll see how the thing I didn't like Alan Wake was you mostly fought like books and shit. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like possessed books.
You needed your flashlight.
Yeah, it was weird.
That is actually the thing I didn't like about Control. You fight these faceless like things. I'm just like, give me real enemy designs.
Yeah, Control had real enemy designs and better gameplay, more control, more power. It was like a merger. Yeah. It was like an evolution of Quantum Break and Alan Wake.
Yep.
They took it to the next level, and that made it better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. What it seems like they're doing with two, because with the first game, you were kind of in arenas. Yeah. You were like in a. They looked like arenas essentially, and you were fighting people with your flashlight. Yeah. If you never played the game before, you would run out of your batteries a lot. But the second time I played it, it's really
like the flashlight, and then like at the end, you got the super flashlight.
Right.
I was like, this is just stupid.
I replayed it on PC and I never ran out of the flashlight because it's so easy to cheese that shit. But the second game, it looks like it's going to be more horror, so they're going to come out of nowhere and the camera's closer. So I feel like hopefully they struck a good balance.
Right. It has a Resident Evil type feel, and that's why I think I like it. That's why I think I like it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
You can play different characters too.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't get excited for any Assassin's Creed game. Not saying I don't like it.
Thank you.
But they release. It's like Call of Duty. In Madden.
So much, yes.
So much, like at this point, like any Assassin's Creed game at a show is like imagine if the next showcase they show NBA 2K. It's like all right, like what the fuck?
Yo, Piro, the truth is,
MLB the show. Notice Sony doesn't show MLB the show anymore.
Shit.
There's no point. They used to in the beginning for years ago.
Yeah.
But then at a certain point they just stopped because it's like you're gonna release it every year anyway, so you really don't have to put this at a show anymore.
You know when it stopped? It stopped when it became multiplayer.
Yeah.
No shit, right? That's a day one Game Pass. Like,
and then also
Sony don't spend that money.
Yeah, and just like 2K, Madden, it's the only licensed sports game around. So what other choice do you have? So they don't have to actually like do shit like that. You already know. If you're a basketball fan, you're gonna get 2K. If you're football, you're gonna get Madden. If you're into baseball, you're gonna get MLB. That's it. That's your only options for the license.
Yep.
And then and then there's some other games that like Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, stuff like that. But I'll be honest, some of those games I already seen trailers and stuff like that. So overall, the show's dog shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. It was funny as fuck for me because every time I saw a game that was usually from PlayStation Studios, except for Spider-Man, of course, it said PlayStation and PC, and I was like, oh shit, bro, people are gonna be mad seeing that PC logo there. It was so fucking funny.
For me, no. Every time a PlayStation Studio game was shown, we don't even see the gameplay. I'm like, what the fuck is
not even that?
I'm so confused. What's Concord? Like. Show me these games. If you're gonna announce them, I don't want the title screen. So I don't even care about CGI trailers. I think like people go a little bit too hard on the CGI trailers.
Let me shout out. Hey, let me do a super chat for Jay Thomas. Hey, he says again, if I didn't carry the weight and expectation of being a PlayStation showcase, I would have thought it was fine. There was a lot of stuff I like seeing, but not what I was hoping to see.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, instantly it would have been a better showcase if they just had factions with gameplay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they really need. PlayStation
that's all they needed.
Factions, Spider-Man. There you go.
Factions, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then
here's the thing. there is no show that they can show in the future that's going to change this particular show. This showcase was supposed to showcase their first party games.
That is over.
Their first party studios didn't show up. So this is an L. Sure, they can show next week. They can show some other shit. They can show whatever, but it don't matter. That don't change
There's nothing gonna change that.
That don't change this.
If
I'm reading the chat, and that's what I'm saying. You can't change this.
Yeah.
This
So
is what it is.
let's say, for whatever reason, they did decide to show other stuff throughout the summer with Jeff Keighley, right? Maybe whatever. Yeah. And you see Last of Us Factions, or maybe Soulcom, whatever. That will change the image of the brand, but this showcase is forever trash. You cannot fix this.
Yeah, it's not going.
That's why when Craig was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm a clap bug cheese on Saturday," I'm like, "With what?" Like, there's nothing to cook with. You got a bowl of piss and a bucket of shit. You can't make a meal out of this. This is done. Yeah. You have to throw it away and go to the supermarket and start fresh. You have to get new ingredients. This showcase is in the books as a terrible.
It would have been better just doing a state of play with Spider-Man and just letting the rest of
the That's what I called it. That's what I called it. I said
stitched together.
The show was nothing but 2 state of plays.
Do a state of play, and then you'd be like, hey, the state of play is going to be third party and indies. All right, you set the tone. And then this next state of play is going to be Spider-Man. All right?
Yeah.
Set the tone.
It's so weird because last year around this time they did a state of play just with Horizon gameplay. They just showed Horizon, Forbidden West gameplay, and that was it. They didn't do a showcase. They just did state of play, Horizon, done. Why couldn't they just do a state of play Spider-Man if they didn't have their show? If their games weren't ready to show, just do a state of play for Spider-Man and call it a day. Why need a showcase?
Yeah, but it is what it is.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Jim Ryan them, they're gonna be looking at Twitter. They're gonna be seeing all of this feedback they're getting.
He wasn't even there.
And they're fucking. I don't know. I don't know if they. I mean, maybe they be like.
They better bring back PlayStation Experience to fix this shit.
Their next. So the one of the positives that I see from this PlayStation Showcase is that they finally did it. So maybe this means that they're gonna start rolling them out now every year like they used to, right?
Oh, call me Jay.
The next one coming up,
maybe they're out of fighting shape, you know.
Hold on. If the next one coming up is similar to this, that means they don't really give a shit. Like they saw the feedback, but they don't care.
Fuck that. I ain't waiting the whole another year.
Come here, be honest.
That ain't what I do.
The best thing about this show is that it wasn't worse than it was.
Man.
What happened?
that was it.
This motherfucker.
Why he said that?
The best thing about this show is that it wasn't any worse than it was.
Listen, to me, as a PC gamer, it was one of the most entertaining showcases I've seen. So I got value from it.
This shit got.
It was entertaining.
This shit got.
I was funny.
Can I just say it's funny? It's funny that it's funny that we call this show dog shit, even though it actually did what a game showcase is supposed to do. PlayStation standards are high, man. Like it actually did what it's supposed to do, and we're like, yeah, trash.
It's trash. Yeah. I mean, it's a game showcase. It's not a PlayStation showcase.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I think that's the thing.
Yep.
Like,
that's the best way to
world. And you're right. And in a point where we're trying to say like, hey, this is PlayStation's identity. Xbox needs their identity. They lost it. Nintendo has their identity with Zelda. Well, it's like you needed to show your identity with this. And yeah, they showed Spider-Man, but like,
I mean, but let's face it. I mean, let's we'll clear the air with that, right? PlayStation already has an identity, right? It's
quality games.
It is.
Yes.
Now here's the thing: Xbox, because it's not in the shape that it should be in. It has to find its identity because they don't even say Xbox anymore. It just says Game Pass. PlayStation has an identity. They are the face of gaming.
And expectations come with that identity.
Exactly. So us having extremely high expectation is what we should do. We should,
of course,
be fucking, telling them how we feel and shit. Because if not, fucking PlayStation is going to turn into fucking Xbox. You know, if we just not tell them, Jim Ryan, this ain't what we want. You got to be this. You got to give us this, this, and this. If we just be like, hey, Phil, it's great. Everything's great. Even though you didn't give this dog shit and we ain't had no game. Yeah. Then PlayStation's going to become that. That's why I say your expectation for PlayStation should always remain high. Extremely high.
Go look at that Herman Holtz tweet, man. You see that thread, man? They ripped him a new one.
Yeah. Make no mistake about it. Make no qualms about it. If this showcase had Xbox on it, this would be their 10 out of 10 showcase best ever.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We know that. Because PlayStation Nation, right? Their standards are so high and they remain high. This is why fucking PlayStation is getting the smoke. We're saying right now, you motherfuckers should have never said this is what it is if this is what you were not going to deliver.
Exactly. It was a very strange show, man. Really.
Yeah,
weird.
for me, I will sustain the fact that this showcase is actually fine. It's just not the one that we needed now. Because if we had a first-party showcase before this one would have been received as just like, okay, humdrum, just move on. But we need to see the next game. I've been here and I've said I want a first-party sci-fi game. I didn't see
you didn't get it.
Sci-fi game. Exactly.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
and
Not even
again,
close.
I'm not one for like keeping your expectations. It's not expectations that have to be high. It's your standards. It's your standards that have to be high. And I will always have high standards for PlayStation. Expectations, I'm like, listen, I don't believe in hype. I don't believe in making a wish list before a thing happens. But at the same time, we can recognize that we need to see my first party sci-fi game from Santa Monica or Naughty Dog. We need that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well, I'm just grateful.
You gotta keep it foxy.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta keep it foxy.
I'm just glad. At least the games that they showed wasn't fucking Redfall.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Damn it, dude.
That's the thing. They didn't really have anything terrible.
It wasn't bad.
Except
It wasn't bad
for
games. It's just they didn't show us. It
was awful.
It didn't show us what we wanted to see. What we expected.
Wait. Does Jim Ryan think that PlayStation gamers want Splatoon? Like,
I don't know.
Listen,
That's like that's what bothers
He's
me.
going for that crowd. He's trying
What
to
is
entice
this, bro?
the Nintendo
Me
crowd.
looking at foam stars made me want to play fucking Splatoon. I was
exactly.
like, yo,
I'm just like, do you think that we wanted Splatoon on our platform? Like, we wanted a Splatoon equivalent? Like, that was what multiplayer we wanted? No.
But listen. This goes back to what I was telling Porter Rock earlier about the cat game. When I went back and looked at the sales, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker sold for $1 million.
But I understand the cat
clearly
game.
it wasn't you. Clearly there's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
But the thing is though,
I-
like Splatoon, that culture is nurtured on like you just don't take a group that spends 30 million sales in Spider-Man, 20 million sales Horizon, 10 million sales God of War, 10 million sales The Last of Us, and then expect 10 million sales from Foam Star. Like, you're not bringing that culture on PlayStation.
You're right, Porter Rock. But the only thing I'm saying is, this is not a Sony studio making this game. This is a third-party game that's
but
going
it's
on
Square
this thing.
Enix.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been like they should not have associated this with a PlayStation brand. This should have just been a trailer that dropped on a Tuesday.
All of these games. Think about it. All of these games are has a marketing deal with PlayStation. So
that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't have done that.
A marketing deal with Cat Quest and
I don't know. I don't know, brother. I don't. I'm just saying.
Cat Quest, I can understand because there are young children out there that would want this, and PlayStation wants to take away that Nintendo power stranglehold that they have on like your first gaming experience. I'm pretty sure PlayStation wants to be that for some people.
Do you think Square Enix said, "Listen, since we got to deal with PlayStation, we're gonna make a fucking Splatoon for the kids that got PS5s or the people who thinking about buying Switches for Splatoon. We're gonna make our own version of that." Like, do you think what went into like the head developer that decided to make that game? What was going through their mind with that when they?
Well, lately Square Enix been on some bullshit. Like I can't figure
know.
them out on some things. Man. If it is not Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I think Sony, I think Square Enix said, "Yo, we're working on something. You want to make a deal with us?" And Sony preemptively said, "Yeah, go for it. You know, we trust you." And then when they showed him what it was, they're like, "Shit."
No. Listen. It could have been this though, but tell me, is this plausible? Could it be where Sony's like, listen, I want these fucking Final Fantasy games. I want the bitches exclusively. But then Square Enix like, okay, well, in order for that to happen, I gotta put the games.
You gotta get the kids too.
I need some help with these games. Yeah. So, I want you to market these games for us, and that'll kind of help me out. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's the case?
Jay Bush is
It's
back.
like you're gonna take this
That's
conspiracy
conspiracy
theory
theories.
those games.
Sony did not approach them saying, Sony did not approach them saying, "Hey, listen, we want you to make Cat Quest," and we like, come on, that didn't happen.
Bro, the way that you put it, it's like a TV drama, and Sony's like, bro, really? Fuck it. No, let's do it.
It's like, the hot girl shows
We'll
up at the
take the
door,
hit.
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, come
Yeah.
in there. She's like, oh, and I got these kids with me too. It's like, oh shit.
But to be fair, the games that they did show a lot. That shit said it had 2013 dates. So could these games be inside of PlayStation Plus? Could these be?
This is
I
where
do-
you announce it at the goddamn
thing-
showcase. If
One
it
thing I
is.
did like is that Haven Studios is one of their first parties. They teased at least their upcoming game. That's like one live service out of the 10 that they said they were gonna make, and I think they announced some other ones in that show. So I'm glad that they're cutting down on that 10 number. So
You're just trying to get some out, and listen.
right. So now
Shit, here we
So-
go.
so-
We got the Emperor. Oh man, here we go. We got
Oh,
this guy. This
come
guy
back,
came
man.
out of his hole after 2
Oh
years.
man,
I haven't seen him since Breath of the Wild. Now he's back
Yeah.
4 years later. He says
Hey.
Sony. He says Sony in the mud along with Xbox. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom 2023 Game of the Year and the GOAT. Starfield gonna shit on Spider-Man. Enjoy that
he's a
Pirates
hater.
of Caribbean. Oh shit! This guy hasn't sent a super chat since 2017 when Breath of the Wild came out. Now here we go.
We ain't seen Baron since Thunderclap beat him in the wrestling.
Oh shit!
oh my god.
Shout out to
Oh,
Barry,
man.
man. Oh shit.
Yeah.
This is bad, bro. You know it's bad when Baron comes back. That's when you
Yeah.
know. That's when you know the show's
Baron
gone.
came out of hiding. God, man.
Oh man. Oh shit. All right, man. But hey, we're gonna do our outros and stuff like that. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick it off from the top. We'll start with Call Me Jay.
Yo, thank you for having me again. Always fun. Especially this episode. This episode was insane, bro. A lot of arguing, a lot of fire.
Because so much
But,
dog shit. Everybody's trying to
I
serve
know.
a plate of dog shit.
Everybody
Trying to
with
make me
masks, even
eat
though
it.
COVID ended.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Listen, again, chat. Listen to me, chat. I can't wait to talk about what we haven't talked about, bro. Same as Sony. Can't wait to see what they haven't shown us yet.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Next,
I'm more
Yeah,
excited. I'm
so-
more excited on the first party they haven't shown yet.
man.
Oh man.
Hey, bro, chat. Next
damn.
week, those topics are gonna be fire, bro. All right, I'm excited for that. So you better be here. And before I
Oh
leave,
no.
hit the
So
like
no,
button.
there won't be a
Hit the like
podcast.
button.
No. Actually, there won't be a podcast next week.
This man.
I'll be traveling on the road.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
I have to
hey,
go to-
you know
I
what
have
you
to
should
go-
do?
I have to go to
You
Virginia.
know what you should do?
But I'm gonna bring my
It's
console
easy.
to my
No.
hotel.
No, it's easy. Just buy that. Buy
No
that
streaming.
Q Lite.
Okay, get the Q
Right,
Lite.
buy,
Play.
yeah, and then
Get-
from the
get
plane,
J-Dub
go
back.
live.
I could tell
Go live
Sony. I could tell Sony send me a product review. I'll review
Yo,
it.
No, hey, you're friends with J-Dub. Like
Hey,
Jess
look.
said, just ask,
He
borrow
probably
his
already has
butler with the
his.
Wi-Fi router.
He already
You know,
has
be like,
it.
yo,
Hey,
can I
J-Dub,
borrow
can I
your
borrow your
butler with the
private
Wi-Fi
plane?
antenna?
Can you send your
And then
private
you-
plane on my way? I need some of that
Yeah.
Wi-Fi you got. You
He go,
There you
Pocket
go.
Ferrari outside his hotel.
know what I'm
You
saying?
can use the Wi-Fi.
Hook brother up, man. Hook brother up, man. Let me get on that. Let me get on that G7 plane you got right there.
Call me out,
Come on, man. Come on,
man.
you ain't using it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
All right,
last-
man.
last two
21 inch,
points.
Texas exclusive iPad.
Y'all wow, man. Y'all wow.
Last two things I want to say.
let me know how it is to dream, bro. Like, man, so this is what it's like. You know?
Oh man, start me out. All because I got Wi-Fi. Come on, man.
Oh shit, man! I want my own personal. I want my own personal satellite. Can I get my own personal satellite link? You know what I'm saying? Come
Hey,
on,
man,
man.
y'all,
Hey.
listen, y'all really act like y'all living in third world
Come on, man.
territories. Come on, man. What you doing?
We ain't got our own satellite.
I come from a third
My man
world
got his
country.
own satellite.
Oh man.
In fact,
Oh,
the
man.
satellite don't even follow, the sphere of the Earth. It follows him. Wherever
Yeah,
it goes where he at. That's it.
Yes.
Hotspot.
Yes.
That's the only satellite that moves with him, no matter where he
Yes.
at. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
stupid.
Every
He
time you
has
turn
that
back,
feature that
every
helps
time he
hanging
looks,
out of his pocket. You plug into him.
every time he looks behind him, he sees a big ass antenna on the far end. So
Oh,
it's always following him.
Oh shit!
Y'all ain't got no sense.
man.
He's glowing
Hey.
blue down there.
All right,
Oh,
yo,
man.
Extreme,
Radiating.
say your shout out, Extreme.
Yo, hey, listen, PlayStation Nation. If you're gonna be in the game, you've got to take your blows, okay? Today blew.
Oh shit.
Live by
Alright,
the
today
sword,
was
yep.
bad.
What you talking about?
That's
You saw
that.
the
See,
article?
he's seeing the light. He's starting to realize, yo, this shit is bad.
Listen,
This shit's not good.
I told you. I
He
came
saw that. He
first.
saw that article. He saw that article. We up, baby. We up.
He's like, he didn't get a space sci-fi game.
How many times
Hold
am I
the
late for the
line.
show?
Hold the
How many
line.
times am I late? I literally just finished it. I woke up, I finished the showcase, and I jumped on. And I was thinking to myself, I saw some games I liked. Then we started talking about that Project Q, and I'm like,
And that started
God.
it. That went downhill.
Oh God, what are we doing?
Oh man.
You know
started
it's
like-
dog shit
And
when
then-
you're spending more time talking about a handheld they didn't even show you. They literally showed the screen
man.
grab of it. And then we're talking
They
about
didn't even
it.
hold it
Oh,
in their
shit.
hands.
Oh shit!
Listen.
They didn't
I
even show
better-
you. That's what we're talking about.
see.
This is
I better-
dog shit.
Listen, I better not see anybody on the panel out there when this shit dropped talking about, oh man, I'm enjoying it. I didn't think that was
Jada, that
Yo,
ain't what it's about.
yo.
That ain't what it's about.
Hey,
That ain't
yo,
what it's about.
hey, Extreme's like, Extreme,
We're having a
Yo,
discussion
Extreme-
about a handheld we haven't seen.
yo, Extreme, yo, and Extreme's like, hold on. So you gotta have Wi-Fi one spot, and then you have to get to the other spot for Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
What do you do in
Across
between?
town. The fuck?
What do you do in
man.
between? That shit is useless.
man.
Bro,
It doesn't
you're
work.
getting me upset. You're getting me upset
This is
again.
the only product that you carry around and you can't use it until you hit another point.
Exactly. Fuck.
This
This is like a game of Zelda, bro.
This is meant to be the outro.
It's
Don't
like
get me
real
back in
life
there.
save point. It's like real life save
Yo,
point.
this is like a save point in Final Fantasy. You just gotta hope you survive in between.
That's right. You lose your.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all this.
People like J-Dub lying
See,
to me.
J-Dub
telling me,
got us-
"Oh, nah,
see,
nah,
J-Dub,
this is
he
a great
got-
device. This
J-
is great.
I'm
See,
just
J-Dub, he got his own
photos of you
personal
playing
satellite.
this.
He got his own, so he go wherever he
We're not
goes.
you, J-Dub.
Wi-Fi
We're not
goes.
you, okay? I'm sorry I don't have a mansion with a projector that is too far away from my bedroom.
man.
I'm sorry.
Oh
He's
man.
like,
Yo,
when
listen,
I get, when
listen.
I get tired of my 8K
J-
screen
J-
and my 100.
Exactly. He said, when I get tired
man.
of
J-Dub
my
don't
luxury of
understand.
my life,
J-
I didn't mean
J-
it like that. Oh,
Yo, no,
man.
here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Here's the thing. We go to the Wi-Fi, but for J-Dub, the Wi-Fi goes to him. And he don't understand that. Like, Wi-Fi follows him.
J-Dub
man.
doesn't understand the
we need
concept.
J-Dub has a
Listen,
self-driving car with Wi-Fi.
Listen.
He doesn't even need to take a break. He literally just
J-Dub-
walks in.
he doesn't understand the concept of lifting your phone up to get more signal. Okay, leave him alone.
The signal,
yeah.
the signal lifts themselves up to him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yo, like,
Tell me out, man.
yeah, he don't look for phone bars. The phone bars looks for him. Yo, where he at?
Exactly.
The phone bars like where J-Dub at?
when
Stop
J-Dub's on
asking
his phone,
J-Dub if they can use his Wi-Fi.
yeah,
Oh,
when he's on
man.
his phone,
The
he's like, "Yo, why is he
Wi-Fi
so slow?"
wants his Wi-Fi connection.
J-Dub, J-Dub, can we use your Wi-Fi for Starbucks today?
J-Dub's on his phone, and he's like, "Yo, why so slow?" And then he hears the antennas tilting towards him.
Oh,
All right,
man.
there you go, more.
Yo, the Wi-Fi,
Man,
yo,
beat up pony they
yo, the Wi-Fi wants to use his Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
yo, Verizon be calling him. Yo, who's your internet service provider?
Can we tap into that?
Bro, what is this? Fucking 60 frames, no lag? Or roast the PlayStation
Oh,
here?
shit.
I know, man. Hey, they give me that work, man.
Oh, shit.
Yo, roast
Hey, yo.
the pony. Like,
Oh
Man.
shit. Oh shit. Hey yo, Jay.
So yeah,
hey,
I came out of it, and
he's mad. Now Extreme is just pissed.
realize.
You
to
can tell
realize what
PlayStation
it
got a
was.
bad show. I'm getting roasted on.
Yo, Extreme is just angry now. Now he's just realized, hold up, they had a whole show of an item they didn't even show, and most of the time it won't even
Bro,
work.
Hey, bro. And even
Listen, man,
listen,
you're supposed
even
to
the
hold the line,
earbuds,
brother.
even the earbuds. listen. I'm a little bit pissed off because the thing is, Sony makes earbuds and they make headphones, and I have some of those earbuds and headphones.
All they did
but
was
I have
just
to
put a
buy these
casing.
brand specific ones to use them with my PS5. Like fuck out of here. Is this not your
Oh,
product or not?
damn.
Is this not your product or not? Why can I use it
You
with
know what's the
everything
crazy
else?
part?
Why can I use it with everything else?
You know what's the crazy
That's
part?
right.
They probably took the technology of the earbuds you already own and they just put a PlayStation
Exactly,
casing around it.
exactly.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if you're
they
gonna
did the
do this, if you're
cushion
gonna
for the-
release
That's
PlayStation
what they
specific
did.
ones, can you unlock it for the rest of the Sony
Yeah,
ones?
that's
Can
what
you
they
unlock
did.
it? Because I have those.
Yeah.
Could you unlock the functionality for those?
You're just gonna
No? Okay, fine.
You're just
Whatever.
gonna rebuy the same earbuds, except it just look
Whatever.
different.
It's fine. It's fucking fine.
Yo,
It's a
now
great
he's
show.
mad.
Anyways,
Now he's.
anyways. One thing I'm gonna need Jim Ryan to go on an interview. Okay, I'm gonna need him to go on Kind of Funny. Okay,
He needs
And
to
I'm
come
gonna
to
need
this
him
podcast.
to start
He needs to
apologizing
take it on the
and
chin.
telling me that he hears me. Okay, and that he's excited for the things he didn't show. I'm gonna need him to
Listen,
he's
excited.
now.
He's excited for the consoles he didn't show yet.
I have always said that I don't need Jim White to go out there and speak. Now I need that motherfucker to speak up. All right, I need him to holler.
Go to What's Up PlayStations and apologize.
Here we go,
I don't want him on GQ. I don't want him on GQ. Let me finish, P-Rock. I'm not done. I don't want him on GQ magazine. I don't want him on GamesIndustry.biz. I want him on What's Up PlayStation podcast.
Oh man,
he needs to be held accountable for this.
I want him playing games with the community. I want him on the PlayStation Network.
He's on the podcast.
Send me a friend request.
Nervous.
I want him on Twitter.
He's not a gamer. He's not like us.
Tell him to send you a friend request.
He's on games.
Next podcast, I want him to wear those PlayStation earbuds. Okay.
oh man,
And I want
He
you
did
to
an interview with the Pulse.
And hold the goddamn cue. We want to see it.
Hold the queue.
That thing's just a JPEG. They showed a JPEG image of the damn thing. Oh my god.
Goddamn DualSense
wearing
strap.
a cue like a
shit.
chain.
We don't even know if it's real. Anyway, J-Dub, say your outro, my brother.
man, y'all know where to find me, man. Y'all know to just follow the
He's
tears.
mentioned,
Follow the
just
tears of the
mentioned.
box. You know what I'm saying?
Just follow
Just
the
look up in the sky.
Just
You're gonna see a
follow the
spotlight.
Just look up in the sky, see that G7 fly by.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you're just gonna see.
man.
You're gonna see a spotlight like Bam Bam Boom. That's where he is.
Oh
That's
shit.
it.
When your signal reception gets better, he's probably nearby.
That's right.
If you want to
man.
find
He does
J-Dub, just
nearby.
use speedtest.net.
Hey, listen,
The closer your Wi-Fi is, the closer
I'm
you
about
are.
to jump off the show and tell Jim Ryan he got me getting beat up on my own podcast. Come on, man.
Oh man. Oh shit. Hey,
man.
and Jazz, while
Yo,
grinds his
man.
gears, thank you so much for popping through, bro.
Hey, thanks for letting me on, man. Yeah,
course,
follow me
always
over at the
welcome.
Jez Dude, man. Hey, this
the
thing,
grinders.
the grinders, man. I was
I
grinding.
know
my
what's
ass
grinding
so
your
pissed today.
gears today. I know what grinding your gears today.
Holy crap, man. You're going to do a PlayStation show. You do why PlayStation, it's a showcase and not the fact that Microsoft could do a thumbnail and show about 90% of what you showing on that show and
shit.
saying it's
Yep.
coming to Xbox.
Oh.
They just
And-
owned your
and
ass
stole
after
them out.
Phil Spencer crying.
Stole them out.
And that's why I love PlayStation Nation, because they gonna let you know if they happy or not.
That is some
They ain't
bullshit.
finna go to Jim Ryan talking about great job, Jim.
You're my friend, Jim. I respect you so much. Oh, if I see you on the
He's an
street,
old dirty bastard. He's an
They
old dirty
ain't gonna be
bastard. That's
kissing the
what he is.
floor and
nah,
shit. They ain't gonna be
bro.
worshiping
I
the
swear to
floor.
God, let me catch Jim in the street, bro. I'm gonna go Tupac on his ass, bro.
You had Phil Spence on his knees crying on an Xbox podcast saying we're never gonna beat PlayStation. But
Yep.
meanwhile, today they flexed with one goddamn icon of saying, hey, all of a Sony showcase, most of it was coming to Xbox. Thanks, Sony.
Yep.
And it's like, Sony, you look like fools because you called yourself a PlayStation showcase and you let other people take from you when you should be taken. This should have been the stomp out. You should have said, hey, we had Xbox on the ropes. Hell, they weren't even on the ropes. They were in the parking lot looking for their car, and Jim Ryan should have been there with the fucking keys going, bitch, you're not going to go to your car. You're going to sit here in this parking lot. Instead, you basically drove your car up and picked up Phil Spencer like a fucking valet. This is some horse shit, and guess what? You're going to get a heat, and you better bring this shit back
open the
and tell
door
us what the
for
hell
You know
you're
what,
working on,
Jez? You know
bitch.
what, Jez? You are absolutely wrong. Okay, PlayStation
Oh,
needed to
shit.
let them compete. Okay,
Exactly.
This was Jim
This was
Ryan
Jim
being
Ryan
like, "Hey,
compete.
Phil, I'm gonna let you compete. Look what I did.
Yeah,
Listen,
listen.
listen.
Don't shit I put out."
Listen, that's gonna
Feels
be
like we're
me
never
when I
gonna
see
win.
Jim Ryan, bro.
Who's that? Daddy Yankee?
That's
bro?
gonna be me when I know that's me when I see Jim Ryan. I'm gonna be like, yo, Papa, yo, hey, yo, come talk to me right now. That's gonna be me, bro. Don't let me catch you in these streets. That's gonna be me,
Oh
bro.
man, that's hilarious.
Let me find your ass, yo. I swear to God, Jim
That's
Ryan.
hilarious.
Yo, let me find you, bro. If I swear, if I see you, I'm telling you, bro. Don't play with me, man. I don't know why you
But
play
like,
with
say
me.
Phil
it's-
Spencer, Phil
he said it's
Spencer, I'm
on
gonna
site.
need you to have a 10 out of 10 show. Not a 10 out of 10 for Xbox, an actual 10 out of 10 show. Okay,
Dude, man.
because PlayStation clearly they
should've
need to
been-
feel that heat again. Okay,
Yeah.
they need that little reminder. All right, I
Yeah,
know
get out of court.
you can't out console PlayStation, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to Nintendo. I don't trust Xbox. Nintendo, please have a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Dude, yeah, but thank you for the show, man. And yeah, this is we will The thing is that I think all in all we have an idea. Sony still has the things. It's just that what they decided to show today, they must have been drunk or just like hungover, and they just said put some trash together and put some stuff together and throw a Spider-Man trailer on the top and we'll be okay. And they can't get away with that shit because they're selling this premiere product. They're doing all those fancy transitions with the slow music and the lights, and meanwhile we're seeing goddamn smelly fish, Puss in Boots. Goddamn, like what are we doing here? That's not. You don't do the dramatic music for that kind of stuff. You show a showcase games.
Every time the transition happened, the volume got like deeper, like
yes,
okay,
like
now,
what are they building up?
I was like, okay, now they're gonna show some shit, and the Cat Quest, what the fuck, bro?
Exactly.
Okay, now they're gonna do it.
Cat
now they're
Quest,
gonna
what the
show
hell
it.
is this? Goddamn washing the balls and washing foam, goddamn game. Like, God, what the hell are we doing here? I thought at least at the last 10, 15 minutes there was gonna be a Herman Holtz headshot, and he's gonna be like, everybody here at PlayStation Studios wants to show the quality games, and here comes the quality. The next 20 minutes will be like a Sony lineup of all their first-party games. And meanwhile, he was nowhere to be found. Jim Ryan gets his stupid ass on. He's like, I got one more game for you. And I'm like, and then he's like, before that, let me show you this goddamn strap-on for your controller. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this guy's really doing this stuff? And that, man, it was bad. And you don't say, if it's not for us, then don't show it at a goddamn showcase. Put an ad up at goddamn Dave and Buster's or goddamn Barnes and Noble if that's for those people. Because if it's you don't have 700,000, 600,000 people watching a PlayStation showcase and say, well, you're not bringing it for the PlayStation gamer. No, man, you don't show multiplat. You show why you have PlayStation, and you got an L today. So this wasn't no quality splits. This was a quality split nut shot, Van Damme style.
All right, and for me, hey, you know what it is, right? It's your only friend, these YouTube streets. I hope you enjoyed the We Bleed Blue podcast. today, We Bleed Blue podcast for the day. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of capping, but anyway, next week no podcast, so I'll do some videos because I'll be traveling for work. But then the following week we'll be back on Tuesday, normal schedule. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're new to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. Stick around, subscribe. And we are out of here. You guys take care. All right. Peace.